bunch of listeners called in, and they spun the wheel, and each one was assigned to one of us from the show. So me and Artie, Howard, Robin, Fred, John, Casey, we're all going to play the weakest Dink, and whichever one of us wins, we're going to win a car for a listener.
What's your prediction for the game today?
Yeah, I can surprise you. I know some stuff.
You think you're going to take it?
Yeah, maybe. It depends on what kind of questions you get. That's the whole thing. I mean, it's really a crapshoot. It's luck.
You think they're going to try and snowball you to give you hard questions?
I think Vinny will be fair. You know, he's fat.
So, John, how do you think you're going to do on the game?
Well, I think I'm going to do pretty good. You know, I sit at home and I watch these games and I go, dude, how don't you know the answer to that? So I think everything should be fine. I mean, you know, I just hope I don't choke.
All right, let's turn our attention to some anxious people over here who I want to say hello to for the weakest Dink. Now, let me tell you what's going on here. In order to give away this Dodge Durango, each one of us, myself, Gary, John, Fred, Robin, Casey, and Artie, will all be playing weakest Dink.
That's right.
We sent Vinny home to come up with questions. None of us have seen them.
He came up with these all by himself?
Yes, he did.
168 questions.
Now, for example, there's a guy over here. What's your name?
Tommy.
Tommy is going to be my guy. Bro, I'd love to win for you, but I don't hold out much hope.
I got faith in you.
It's a long shot. I choke as soon as they ask me a question. I choke.
He deserves to win, Howard. You should
I
play
think
as
you're gonna
hard
do
as
good.
you can.
Now, Robin's contestant, this is Nancy. Is that right, Nancy?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Nancy. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine.
All right. Now, you stand a good chance. I'll tell you, I think it's going to come down to Robin or Fred.
I don't know. Is
Gary.
Vinny answering the asking the questions?
Yep.
We're
Gary.
in trouble, Fred.
It's going to be Gary.
Robin, I have faith.
Dodge Durango, nice car.
Beautiful.
But you would like that car. It's a good prize.
I'd like to win it for you.
Fred's contestant. Your name is Alana, right?
Yeah.
How are you doing, Alana?
Hi.
Are you all right over there or what?
I'm really excited.
Yeah, well, you stand a good shot. Fred is probably the odds-on
She's
favorite.
probably got the, she's thinking of driving home right now.
You got a license?
Now, Alana, it says you have 40 triple D breasts.
Yeah,
is that true?
Wow. Yeah.
Let me see those.
Move that Fred side.
Come on.
Wow. 40 triple D. Oh, my God.
Iron Maiden. Robin, you got competition.
Those are implants, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Howard,
What does Alana do?
they basketballs?
Why'd you go so big?
Yeah.
I don't want to say.
You don't want to say? Were you a stripper?
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it?
Are those
Sex movies?
All right. Well, anyway, you have very big breasts.
Alana, do you
She's
know?
just like Fred.
Did you steal them?
Do you know where you are right now?
I don't want to say.
Look like a couple of midgets hiding underneath their shirt.
All right, Alana.
I'm Howard's biggest fan.
Well, that's all that
Or bad.
counts.
That's true.
And let me tell you something. You've got Fred Norris playing for you.
Lucky girl.
And really, Fred is the best at all these kinds of trivia games and things. He has a lot. What?
I'm going to do my best.
Why don't you just
Thank
hand
you.
her the keys now?
Yeah, why do we have to suffer the humiliation of being beaten by Fred?
That's right. Let's all concede.
Gary Delabate, who, by the way, is pretty good at this stuff. Won Rock and Roll
no
Jeopardy.
slacker, yeah.
No slacker. Mike, you're with Gary.
That's me, Howard, yeah.
Married 20 years, 2 daughters.
Yeah, that's me.
Long-time
Nice guy.
listener. You call into the show frequently.
All the time.
Well, Gary, you don't stand a bad chance with. I think it's going to either be Fred, Robin, or Gary. Those are the top three.
Real
Stuttering
confident in
John
Gary.
says he has an IQ of 150 or
We
something.
haven't seen it.
Yeah, but we've never seen evidence of it.
I took it on the IQ test on the show.
No offense to Laura, who is on the phone. She couldn't be with us because she's in California. Laura, you're playing with Artie, right?
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
Well,
you don't.
you should have stayed in California.
Yeah,
Hang up.
no need for you to come here.
Come on, Artie can do it. I am 100% for Artie.
Artie's got a lot of good trivia sense.
Yeah, he's smart. Artie knows some weird
This
stuff.
is not trivia.
He knows like names of people in movies.
Yeah,
Information.
barely.
Sports, he's good.
Yeah.
This is information.
knowledge.
Laura, I
knowledge.
hope, Laura, I hope you're happy with your current car.
Artie, I got 100% faith in you. You can do it.
All right,
right, babe,
hold the
I'm with
line,
you.
baby.
Do your best. I'm right here rooting for you.
You got it. Yeah, Howard, you know what
One thing I like about Laura, at least she encouraged her celebrity.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know what I feel sorry for? What's the guy over there that's standing behind Casey's podium?
Yeah, well, what's your name?
Trace.
Trace, you don't stand a chance.
Hey, Trace, don't worry about it. I used to play Jeopardy in college with my roommates, and I won most of the time.
Strip Jeopardy.
Right. He used to be
Gay Jeopardy.
Buckethead.
Yeah, he beat Buckethead.
He plays Gay Jeopardy, and he won. Listen, Trace, I understand that you're a film director. Is that right?
I am a struggling screenwriter and director. Sure.
that right?
I'm working my way up there.
What movie have you directed?
I directed a movie called Serial Killing for Dummies, which I believe will be out on video under the title Serial Killer, and it has a cameo by your friend Corey Feldman.
And I see the recording star Lisa Loeb is in it
Lisa
as well.
Loeb and Thomas Hayden Church star in it.
All the biggies.
All the biggies. It was an independent, low-budget thing. But I think
Why would they change the name from Serial Killing for Dummies? Is that because that's a
trademark?
Trademark?
Yeah, the producers messed up this movie. It was done a while ago. They really messed it up, and now it's finally coming out on video. And they were worried that they were going to get sued, so they changed the name to that awful title, Serial Killer.
All right, here we go. Now,
Good luck, Tracy.
All right, so
thank you, John.
Everyone, you guys are going to go in the green room. We're going to play.
Good luck to you all.
Good luck to you all. I mean, I want to say to my guy, hey, I hope I win.
Come on, Gary.
You're gonna, dude. You're gonna. There's no question about it. It's all you.
All right, here we go.
Come on, Gary. I got faith in you.
It's a little too late, guys.
Over there? Is that...
They just totally forget you, John.
I know.
It's like you don't even count, you know?
No,
Don't worry, man.
All of the players getting words of encouragement from the various listeners who have won a shot.
Except John.
We didn't even talk to John's contestant.
You didn't talk to John's guy.
I didn't talk to John's guy?
He's all upset.
Come here. Come back here.
John's guy.
I'm sorry, I left you out. What's your name?
No, it's all right.
Go ahead, what's your name?
Danny.
Stuttering John is not going to win this.
I know.
Oh, thank you, Danny. And now I don't want to win.
No, I'm only kidding.
Oh, come on. Give him some incentive,
I don't care.
man.
I'll play it for my ego.
All right.
I think you got a good shot.
huge.
I really do.
All right.
You do? In what
Much like
respect?
your lips,
Have you ever heard Robin or Fred at this kind of stuff? They're brilliant on it.
Yeah, I do, but I got to have a little faith.
And Gary's awesome.
Yeah, Gary's
Gary
really
is good.
scary.
Gary is good, but I got to have faith in my guy.
All right. Okay, take care, and we'll
you.
put you in the green room, and if by any chance you win, I'll get you back in here.
I hate to say it, but Gary could be the dark horse.
He certainly is the horse.
All right, everybody go over to your place on the podium, and we'll begin playing The Weakest Dink.
Hosted by Vinny Favale.
Yeah, Vinny, are you going to be able to handle this?
Yes, I am. I am ready.
Talk directly into that microphone, Vinny.
I have been rehearsing nonstop.
All right, I got to get over.
On the bus.
It's going to take me a second to get over there. I'm going to cut off my own mic now.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
All right,
Robin,
Robin,
hanging in there?
get in here.
Who's the most nervous?
Howard's walking over to the podium now.
I think I'm pretty nervous.
Howard's the most nervous. Artie, what do you think?
I'm pretty nervous, but I think I got a good shot.
Casey?
Hey, I think I'm going to surprise a lot of people here.
You have to be quick, though. You have to be quick. Here's
How many seconds I got?
You get 10 seconds. There will be a clock, okay? If you say if you say an answer.
Oh, shut up, Vinny.
No, listen.
He loves being a host.
Yeah.
The first answer you say is your answer. You can't correct yourself. I'm going to cut you off at that point.
By the way,
Is that where the game stops?
What?
At that point, I will say the correct answer, and then we go to the next person who gets their own question.
Okay, so
Don't
an
try
incorrect answer gets you out of the game.
No, it doesn't get out of the game.
No, you
Just
can move on. How long is each round?
4 questions per round.
Okay,
if
good.
we get
All
a
right.
tie for 2 weakest links at the end of the round, quick face-off. Question.
All right.
Okay?
I don't understand how this goes. I'll just follow along.
Just answer.
So answer
the best
all
you
questions.
Can. Now, who's going to start?
We're going to start in order, Howard, left to right. From Howard to Artie.
I suck at this.
Oh, will you stop it?
on,
He just set himself
I
up.
hate it.
Yeah.
I don't like
Reverse psychology.
You know, I once played Gary in Rockwell Jeopardy. I couldn't think of one thing.
I thought you beat him.
No, Dee Snyder helped me with
that's
that. I
true.
didn't know any of that stuff.
But this is general knowledge.
General
right,
knowledge.
okay.
He beat you at regular
I
Jeopardy,
guarantee
didn't he?
you all know the answers to these questions.
All right.
Okay?
Come on, let's get going.
Let's play the weakest stake. You guys
All right.
ready? Okay, Howard, first question to you. Who was the first woman to fly an airplane solo across the Atlantic Ocean?
Amelia Earhart.
Correct. Gary, in chemistry, which element from the periodic table combines with oxygen to form water?
Hydrogen.
Correct. John, in history, who was convicted for the assassination of Robert F. Kennedy?
I know the guy's name.
You're an idiot.
I know. I know the guy's name. How much time I got?
Wrong, Sirhan Sirhan.
I knew it.
You idiot.
I knew
Okay,
it.
Fred, in computer terms, what does the acronym DOS stand for?
Digital operating system.
Incorrect. Disk operating system.
That's all.
Robin,
Yes.
in history, what was the name of the second man to walk on the moon?
Gene Shepard.
Incorrect. Buzz
He's a
Aldrin.
radio guy. Everyone, wait, go ahead. Come on.
Yeah,
Go
okay,
on.
wrong, Robin. It was Buzz Aldrin. Okay,
Who wrote these
Casey.
questions?
Which short-lived dance craze inspired the 1990 movie The Forbidden Dance?
The Charleston.
Very wrong. Lambada. Artie, in sports, which baseball slugger was known as the Yankee Clipper?
Oh, Joe DiMaggio.
Oh, come on.
I
You're
wouldn't have
setting
known that.
this up.
I wouldn't have known that.
You're setting this
Go
up.
ahead,
Random.
Vex, go ahead.
Howard, okay, consider questions. Howard, in economics, which animal represents a declining stock market?
Bear.
Correct.
Oh, come
Gary,
on.
in holidays, which U.S. federal observance occurs on the last Monday in May?
Memorial Day.
Correct. John, in jewelry, how many carats are in pure gold?
In pure gold, 24.
Correct. Fred, what famous New York disco was opened by Steve Rebell and Ian Schrager in 1977?
Studio 54.
Correct. Robin, in literature, who wrote the novels From Russia with Love and Goldfinger?
Oh, Ian Fleming.
Correct. Casey, in music, who wrote the lyrics to the Star Spangled Banner?
Scott.
Wrong. Francis Scott Key. Artie, who was the first African American to be crowned Miss America?
Vanessa Williams.
Correct. Howard, in language, what two-word French phrase translates to "have a good journey"?
Au revoir.
Wrong. Bon voyage. Gary, what is the two-word motto for the Boy Scouts of America?
Be prepared.
Correct. John, what trademarked line of underwear was founded in 1876 by partners Bradley, Voorhees, and Day?
PVD.
That was worth it.
Correct. Joe Cocker got that right.
I thought he was going to run out of time.
Fred,
Yeah.
in history, JFK's assassin Lee Harvey Oswald was in turn shot by whom?
Beg your pardon? Intern shot by whom? The Dallas Police.
Incorrect. Jack Ruby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Robin.
Yes.
In medicine, which emergency maneuver named for a Cincinnati surgeon is used to treat choking victims?
Heimlich maneuver.
Correct. Casey, in nature, heroin and opium are derived from the seed pods of which type of flower?
Poppy.
Correct. Artie, the name of what U.S. city is Spanish for City of Angels?
Los Angeles.
Oh.
He gives them every, like,
I know he's getting softball.
It was random. Howard, in business, what table salt company features an image of a girl with an umbrella on its package?
Morton's.
Correct. Gary, in which month does the U.S. holiday Columbus Day occur?
Columbus Day is October.
Correct. John, named by its creator, what type of bed, what's the name of the bed that folds up inside of a wall or a closet? It was named after its creator.
He's an idiot.
wait, folds up in a wall. Folds up in a wall?
Yes.
That's a wall, John.
Mr. Fold.
Wrong. Murphy. Murphy bed.
Never heard of it.
Fred, what was the code name for Woodward and Bernstein's secret Watergate source? Correct. Robin, in science, physicist Edwin Land founded which instant film and camera company?
Instant film and camera Kodak.
Wrong. Polaroid.
Oh, what am I thinking?
Casey, while visiting a Trenton, New
We're all
Jersey
choking
school.
Wait,
Casey,
start again.
While visiting a Trenton, New Jersey school, former VP Dan Quayle famously misspelled what word?
Potato.
Correct. Artie, in computer language, what does the acronym FAQ stand for?
No idea.
Okay, frequently asked questions. Round is over.
All right.
You know what?
Wait a second. Shh. Let's hear who the weakest link was.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
I know it wasn't me.
Could be me.
I think it was KC.
Okay. Wait. Four-way tie. Four-way tie for the weakest link.
Who are the weakest links?
Well, the Gary was the strongest.
Okay.
So the weakest links are, who are they here?
Should just
We
eliminate
got
all of them.
John, Fred, Robin, Casey. No. Who is it? You got to tell me.
You know, we should have just eliminated all the weakest links because then we'd be done with the damn game.
I know that Robin and Casey were tied, which was
Right, I
So
know.
who are the four tied?
Robin.
Fred.
Fred, John, Robin,
Wait,
and Casey.
tell us who the
Okay.
weakest four are.
Okay, the weakest ones were Artie and Howard.
What?
What?
Oh, God.
Howard. The weakest ones are Casey, Robin, Fred, and
Doug, how many
Robin, and Casey
Are tied for the weakest.
say them so we can hear?
John, Fred, Robin, and Casey are tied for the weakest. They got 2 right.
It's us three.
You mean me, Artie, and Gary are the only ones left?
We're the strongest.
No.
No, we're supposed to have a
We're
challenge.
going to do a quick
We're out.
face-off between them, and one of them gets kicked out. Okay, you
Oh,
ready?
boy.
It's going to take 17 hours this
Hey, look,
game.
I want to know who Artie is using his hand on to get those
Well, Howard,
questions.
after this
Yeah.
round, it probably.
Please.
Hold on. You know, wait, I've misplaced this one.
He missed the question.
Come on!
Specifically.
Come on.
Hey, hold on, 1 second.
Come on, Vinny!
Are you you're choking as host?
I'm choking.
Hosting is easy.
Wait,
You and
You've
Doug are
got
two
the
idiots.
answer.
I'll take myself out to move this thing
I can't
along.
believe I did this. All right.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, I have it.
Just go one.
Okay, you ready? Okay, we're going to
How
start
dare you?
with John. Okay, in science, what single-celled fungi causes bread to rise and beer to ferment?
Single-celled fungi.
Causes beer to rise and bread to rise and beer to ferment.
Yeast.
You're out
Too
of
late.
time.
You're wrong.
Okay, we don't have to do the rest. You got to. Oh,
do you
no,
mean?
they might
You
talk.
gotta go through.
Fred, okay, yeah. Fred,
Play the game!
what form of therapeutic massage gets its name from the Japanese meaning?
Shiatsu.
Correct. Robin, who was the second woman appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court?
Oh, wait a minute. Can't think of her name. Got her face. She's from New York.
Wrong. Ruth Ginsburg. Okay, KC. In 1871, reporter Henry Stanley was sent to Africa to search for what Scottish explorer?
Connery.
Do me a favor. Can you explain where you got that answer?
I
He's
guess.
not even
I don't know what it is.
So now we got to go through more.
No. Now we have a weakest link. And
No, you have three weakest links.
I
The
have
3
two.
weakest links to go.
With
This is the worst conceived
This wasn't
game.
well thought out. Really? Okay. All right. Real quick.
No, wait a second. What are you talking about?
Everybody-
I'm the only one that got the answer, right?
Right. Fred's the only one left in the
These three
run.
didn't get the
So
answer.
that one, don't they
So that
get
means-
eliminated?
No, because you're eliminating the last person. So now it's.
They're trying to
So
throw
now you got
one per
Now you
round.
got 3 more weakest links.
Why
That
don't
was
you
our
vote
rules.
someone out?
Jeez.
What?
Why don't you just vote someone?
No.
Okay, real quick then, the 3 that are remaining. John, in language, what French term for dead-end street literally means bottom of the bag?
Dead End Street?
Yes, French term.
We're only in the first round.
Au
Build
revoir.
the car faster than this.
Cul-de-sac, wrong. Robin, in history, what was the number of the first manned Apollo mission to land on the moon?
Jesus, here we go with these space questions.
We're going to be here all day.
7.
You know, when we were thinking
7,
about this,
she said.
Wrong.
It's
KC,
ridiculous.
what is the only U.S. state name that ends with the letter K?
Arkansas.
No.
New York.
New York.
Ah, man.
Okay, do we have another tie?
Yes.
I am so sorry.
Wait. I got to take a break. We got to
Take a break. We need to rethink.
Here's what
rethink it. It's whoever's the weakest link.
Now,
link,
Howard,
so
you know what he's doing wrong? He should give us
5.
3
If there's
questions.
5 weakest links, you get rid of them all, and
That's
let's move
probably-
on.
that's probably how you
Okay,
should
why don't
do
we
it,
make
I
the
guess.
next round that way?
That's how you'll do the next round. All right.
I
We'll be here all frickin' day. Well,
watch the
eliminate
show.
someone. Go ahead.
Okay, well, KC, you're gone for saying
Why?
Arkansas.
Okay, I guessed.
All right, so he's the weakest link, but Robin was weak too.
Yeah, we all got the same amount wrong. That's not fair.
And John got it wrong.
We should go to a break and discuss this.
No, just, you know what? Do 3
I
more.
can't change the rules and made a
No,
game.
you're right.
3 more questions between
The
me.
lawyers are listening.
All right,
We-
give
we-
John.
I don't want to be eliminated,
Okay,
but...
let's-
She's willing to be eliminated.
Who's left?
I know, we're all choking.
No, I'm not willing to be
It's John.
eliminated.
Go ahead,
You're
John.
giving me
John.
space questions.
John, go ahead.
In literature, what is the name of the young protagonist in The Catcher in the Rye?
And it's so easy. I know. I can't think of it. Hold on. J.D. Salinger wrote it. Hold on.
Who's on the clock?
Let's all answer this one
Holden
question.
Caulfield.
Oh, I could have answered that.
I'm blanking out.
Robin, in television, conjunction, junction, and
Give the answer to John's
I
question.
told him Holden Caulfield.
All right, go ahead.
Robin, in television, Conjunction Junction and I Am Just a Bill were part of which Saturday morning series of animated shorts?
Oh, that was conjunction, junction. Oh, I know this. See, I'm doing
See,
the
I
John
quit.
thing.
Probably
That's
it's like-
rock and roll, ABC, something.
Schoolhouse Rock.
I know everyone I don't get.
KC, when facing Mount Rushmore, which president's head is farthest to your left?
Lincoln.
Wrong, George Washington.
Look, we're going to be here all day. Here's what you do.
Gotta go.
I'm going to take a break. Ask them questions during the friggin' break.
Okay, we'll
and
do.
come up with a weakest link, or we'll be here all effing day.
You're all weak links. That's the problem.
Dude, and all 4 should have been eliminated.
That's not how the game is
But it
played,
should have
but
been.
That's not what you made the
All
contest.
right.
We discussed it. It's not-
All right. Let's take a break.
Take a break.
We'll ask questions during the break.
Go ahead, take a break. John, in 1940,
All right, take the break.
what candy company?
Wait. We're taking a break.
I thought we were asking questions during the break.
We are, but let's take the break.
John, in 1940, what candy company introduced its peppermint patty?
York.
Correct. Robin, which Popeye cartoon character is known for saying, "I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a
Wimpy.
hamburger today"? Correct. KC, which Truman Capote book recounts the 1959 murder of a rural Kansas family?
Oh, that's an easy.
Of Mice and Men.
All right, so he's the weakest one. Now, as predicted during the commercial break, because of our ill-conceived game that went on and on and on, finally, in the runoff, KC was eliminated with what question, Vinny?
He was eliminated with the book.
No. What state ends in letter K?
No, you weren't listening. Which Truman Capote book recounts the 1959 murder of a rural Kansas family?
Which is in cold blood.
Okay, now ask the other two questions. What's the other guy?
All right. Casey, we don't have time, but you're out of the match.
All right, all I want to say is I'm not the weakest link. Vinny's the weakest link.
You are the weakest dink.
And by the way, in the next couple of rounds, if there are multiple weakest people, they all leave at once.
Hey, Casey, there's a good reason you have a stupid look on your face. You are stupid.
Vinny, I'd like to.
Vin, I know who the fattest link is, and it's you.
That's funny. Casey,
How many did Casey get right in the whole? What did he get? 2 out of 12?
Yeah, actually, Casey did. You know, the people who should be embarrassed are Robin and John.
No, I'm
that they
not
tied
embarrassed.
With Casey in their
Your
first
questions are horrible.
In all
Your
the
questions
that
variations of the
Artie and
game.
Howard are beating me and Fred is crazy.
Big sham. See, Vinny needed somebody to go right away, so he chose me. He asked John who makes peppermint patties. Everybody knows who does that. And they asked what cartoon Wimpy was from. Everybody knows that too. And then he asked me some obscure question from like some literature from 1950, which nobody knows.
Do you think Vinny's got a hidden agenda?
Yeah, he did. He wanted to end the game. That's what happened.
Hi, how do you feel?
I knew he was gonna lose, so it's no surprise. He's my retard, you know? What am I gonna do?
You got a personal message for Casey?
Stay out of the sun tanning booths and go to the library more often.
All right, thanks for coming down.
Thank you.
Okay, let's get ready to play round 2 of the weakest dink.
Now
Okay,
start off with the strongest.
we're going to start with Howard again. You ready?
All right, that was,
Howard.
by the way, the longest first round in the history, but Casey has been eliminated. All right, here we go.
Howard, according to the U.S. Constitution, no one may be elected president more than how many times?
Twice.
Correct. Gary, in movies, which character in The Wizard of Oz wants a brain?
Well, had a brain would be the Scarecrow.
Correct. John, which American revolutionary figure became synonymous with the word traitor by forming an alliance with Britain?
Benedict Arnold.
Correct. Robin, in religion, which...
Fred.
That's Fred,
Fred,
yes.
Sorry. In religion, which holy city do devout Muslims turn toward in prayer 5 times a day?
Mecca.
Correct. Robin, what character beckoned "I want you" on World War II Army recruiting posters?
Uncle Sam.
Correct. Artie, in astronomy, which British scientist was the first to calculate the orbit of a comet?
Galileo.
Ooh. Artie, you are the weakest dink. Correct. Wrong. You're wrong.
All right, so now, Artie, you are eliminated.
Just one
time around, and then if we keep...
Oh, no.
How many times around are we going? Twice?
Yeah,
4?
I guess so 4 times, yeah.
Yeah, he said
I'm
4
sorry.
questions.
Oh, my God, 4 times.
I get
you're
the
right.
astronomy question.
Oh, my God, we're going to be here all
Okay, you ready?
month. All right, go ahead.
This is the rest
Howard.
of the show,
Go ahead.
Howard. Get used to it.
Howard, in the opening credits of The Brady Bunch, which character appears in the center square?
Mr. Brady.
Wrong, Alice. Gary, what novel by John Steinbeck follows the Joad family during the Great Depression?
The Grapes of Wrath?
Correct. John, what does the letter C stand for in the birthing method known as a C-section?
A cesarean.
Correct. Fred, in mythology, what Roman god of love was the son of Venus?
Mercury.
Wrong, Cupid. Robin, which actor sent a woman called Sacheen Littlefeather to refuse his 1973 Academy Award?
Marlon Brando.
Correct. Artie, what four-word motto was added to U.S. coins in 1864?
In God we trust.
Correct. Howard, in science, what is the chemical symbol for water?
H2O.
Correct. Gary, in medicine, what family-founded hospital in Rochester, Minnesota treats more than 200,000 patients every year?
The Mayo Clinic.
Correct. John, what is the last word of the Pledge of Allegiance?
The last word is all.
Correct. Fred, in history, who was the only U.S. president to be sworn into an office on an airplane?
LBJ.
Correct. Robin, the Heisman Trophy is awarded annually to the best player in which collegiate sport?
Football.
Correct. Artie, introduced in 1981, which stainless steel sports car shares its name with the man who created it?
Lamborghini.
Wrong, DeLorean. Howard, in computer terminology, which is larger, a gigabyte or a megabyte?
Gigabyte.
Correct. Gary, what General Mills cereal contains stars and clovers and claims to be magically delicious?
Lucky Charms.
Correct. John, the leaf featured on the current Canadian flag is from which type of tree?
Maple.
Correct. Fred, what 1970 song by Van McCoy started a dance step by the same name? Correct. Robin, what train that ran from Paris to Istanbul was the subject of an Agatha Christie mystery?
The Orient Express.
Correct. Okay, final question for Artie. In U.S. currency, how many nickels make up $1?
20.
Correct. Okay, you got the totals?
Hey, Artie, I think you're the weakest link.
I
you
think
saved
so,
my
yeah.
ass.
Oh, you don't get any more Joe DiMaggio questions,
DeLorean.
Vinny?
Yeah, more baseball.
Okay,
Could you say which guy was busted for coke?
The strongest were Gary, John, and Robin, and the weakest link is Artie.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
I've redeemed myself.
Hold on. Me, Robin, and Gary were stronger than Fred. Ooh.
Oh, take it easy.
Hey, Artie.
Should I? Yeah, go ahead.
You're
What?
as astute as a fat comedian on a date with a hooker in a Las Vegas.
All right, skip the put down.
All right, so what happened in there, Artie?
There's a bunch of crap. The first round, I get 3 out of 4. It's me, Howard, and Gary left. And, that should have been the 3 finalists. Me, Howard, and Gary would have been quick to the point, and we would have handled it. Now we got to keep going, and I got to get asked computer questions. And, who discovered Halley's Comet? Like, that's easy.
Round 3 of the weakest link.
I hate this.
Howard, you're first. In U.S. measurements, how many inches are in a linear yard?
36.
Correct. Gary, in mythology, how many eyes did Cyclops have?
1.
Correct. John, a millennial anniversary marks the passing of how many years?
2000.
Wrong, 1,000. Fred, in science, the process of heating milk to remove harmful bacteria was named for which
Louis
French?
Pasteur, you dope.
Wait.
Yeah, he's not letting me.
He gave the wrong answer.
Yeah,
Let's go.
You're wrong. You have to let me. You said it.
Fine,
wrong.
so
You're
go
wrong.
ahead.
Okay, fine. You want to take me out? Take me out, you big fat bastard.
Idiot. You're an idiot. Robin.
You're a fatso.
Yeah, well,
Could
you're
they
stupid.
stop fighting before I hear my question?
Robin.
Robin, which children boards game features the Gumdrop Pass and Lollipop Woods?
Candyland.
Correct. Howard, in medicine, hepatitis is a disease of what human organ?
Liver.
Correct. Gary, in a U.S. horse race, the term place describes a horse finishing in which of the top 3 spots?
Second.
Correct. John, Turn On, Tune In, Drop Out is a book written by which LSD guru?
The guy's name. Devil's name. Abby Hoffman.
Wrong, Timothy Leary. Fred, wait till I finish the question. Okay. In language, the term smog is a combination of what 2 words?
Smoke and fog.
Correct. Robin, Latin for to entrust. What legal term means to seclude a jury from outside contact?
Sequester?
Correct. Howard, on November 19th, 1863, what speech dedicating a national cemetery was delivered by President Lincoln? Clock is ticking.
No coaching.
Gettysburg Address. Sorry.
Couldn't think of it. I told you I suck at this.
Hey, we've all had those moments.
Cheating.
I knew sequester. Go ahead.
Gary, what 1976 film popularized the line, "I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore"?
Network.
Correct. John, according to the U.S. flag code, what is the preferable method for disposing of a worn-out American flag?
Burying it.
Wrong. Burning. Fred, in food, what term for ordering separately priced items is French for by the menu?
A la carte.
Correct. Robin, during Prohibition, which Justice Department agent led the unit known as the Untouchables?
Oh, that was Elliot Ness.
Correct. Howard,
Go ahead.
Howard,
Is that it? Is that
no, this is the last set. Okay?
You don't need it.
I'm already the weakest link, man.
John's out.
John's out.
Okay.
Damn,
John?
I'm just trying to shorten the game up.
Okay, John,
He's
you
no
want
way
to
statistically he
You know
could
what's
win.
funny? John just keeps complaining about the quality of the questions that he gets.
I knew your questions.
No. I knew I screwed up on
I knew
Millennium.
Timothy Leary.
I thought Millennium.
So John is the weakest link?
John is the weakest Dink.
Oh,
So
Dink.
are you.
Hey, John,
right.
Robin Quivers has a 50-inch bust, and you have an IQ that matches.
Hey.
And then he's dressed in purple,
Quiet over here.
which goes with his plum shape.
John, what happened?
I choked. You know, it's so easy to answer everybody else's questions until they ask you, and then I just went blank, like Sirhan. I mean, God, it just kept going through my head, and I just blanked out.
What happened?
You did all right. You know, we just didn't answer all the questions right.
Are you disappointed?
Not at all. Not at all. It was great to be in the studio. You know, I've been a fan for 13 years. It was just nice to be in the studio and to see everybody working.
Did you expect John to go 3 rounds?
Yeah, I actually had faith. Yeah.
All right. So do you have any last words for John?
Thanks anyway, bro.
All right. Thanks for coming down.
All right, thanks.
All right, now let me just recap here. We're playing
Who
for
was the strongest link?
Robin was the strongest. John was the weakest.
Gary was the strongest. Like, I haven't missed a question yet.
I didn't miss a question that round.
All right, listen to me. We're playing for a 2002 Durango. I hate this game. I couldn't think of Gettysburg Address, but I'm somehow still in it. It's Howard, Gary, Fred, and Robin.
Okay.
And
as it should be.
There's someone in the green room who could win this Durango,
There you go.
depending on who wins here.
Okay, you ready, guys?
All right, here we go.
Round 4 of the weakest link. Howard, in medicine, Barney Clark was the recipient of the first permanent artificial version of what organ?
Heart.
Correct. Gary, hay fever is caused by an algae to what powder-like spores produced by plants?
Pollen.
Correct. Fred, on April 8th, 1974, what baseball player broke Babe Ruth's career home run record?
Hank Aaron.
Correct. Robin, in math, what is 199 plus 199?
Don't know.
Oh, that's your answer. Wrong, 398. Howard, Dr. Jonas Salk developed the vaccine for what disease known as infantile paralysis?
Polio.
Correct. Gary, what does the B in the U.S. military aircraft B-52 stand for?
Bomber.
Correct. Fred, if you were playing Baccarat in Las Vegas Casino, what would you be playing with, cards or dice?
Cards.
Correct. Robin, which U.S. muffler company shares its name with the mythical king that had the golden touch?
Midas.
Correct. Howard, in law, what do the letters in the traffic offense DUI stand for?
Driving under the influence.
Correct. Gary, what was the first widely used brand of disposable diaper introduced by Procter & Gamble?
Pampers.
Correct. Fred, which is the only Ivy League university located in New Jersey?
Princeton.
Correct. Robin, in geography, the Americas were named after which Italian explorer?
Amerigo. Vespucci Amerigo.
We'll give you Amerigo. You got it right. Howard, in baseball, what does the acronym ERA stand for?
Earned run average.
Correct.
Nice.
Gary, what Gene Hackman movie is about a cruise ship turned upside down by a tidal wave?
Poseidon Adventure.
Correct. Fred, in music, Walter Becker and Donald Fagen are better known by what
Steely
band?
Dan.
Correct. Robin, which U.S. holiday is named for the patron saint of lovers?
St. Valentine.
Correct. Okay, that's the round. What do you got?
No, just keep going, I think.
Oh, that's it.
No, that's a round.
No, I'm
the
the
round.
weakest
Flank is
link.
Robin.
Yeah,
Robin,
I
you are
missed
the
that one
weakest
question because I thought it was a multiplication problem.
Robin is eliminated, and
Sorry.
oh wait, Vinny has to insult you before you
No,
leave.
Robin, let me guess. 5th grade was your senior year?
Are you disappointed in the outcome?
How could I not be? I lost.
But at least you beat Casey and John and Artie.
That's not saying much. I should have beaten Howard.
Are you a little disappointed?
Sure.
You seem a little speechless over it.
Well, what fun to be here. And hopefully I'll get an autograph before I split.
Okay, you're happy that Robin at least went about 4 rounds?
Oh, big time. She's a champion.
All
I'm
right,
a
so-
fan regardless.
Do you have any little last words for Robin?
Thanks for giving it a go.
Well, lo and behold, I'm up against Gary and Fred, which seems impossible to me.
No, you're doing good.
I'm doing good. I'm barely hanging in by a thread.
I would never in a million years know that you would have known to earn around average.
Yeah, that was
really
amazing. I was more impressed with the Morton Salt
Yeah, I was
question.
hoping that would save me.
All right, I'm hanging in by a thread. There are 3 people left in the green room who are now hoping to win a 2002 Dodge Durango from Yonkers Avenue Dodge, which is a great place to buy a Dodge.
You sure they're still there?
They're there waiting. They want this prize.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Another gut-wrenching round that I hate.
Of the weakest Dink. Let's go. Howard, in what movie did Faye Dunaway play Joan Crawford?
Mommy Dearest.
Correct. Gary, in television, what was the name of the Cartwright's Ranch on the Western Bonanza?
The Ponderosa.
Correct. Fred, the affliction known as gingivitis is characterized by an inflammation of what part of the mouth?
The gums.
Correct. Howard, in the Old Testament, God gave the 10 Commandments to which prophet?
Moses.
Correct. Gary, how many ounces are there in the U.S. measure of 1 pint?
16.
Correct. Fred, what is the name of the salesman in Arthur Miller's play Death of a Salesman?
Willie Loman.
Correct. Howard, which Italian dictator was known as Il Duce?
Mussolini.
Correct. Gary, which Welsh actor did Elizabeth Taylor marry and divorce twice?
Richard Burton.
Fred, which sportsman referred to himself as the luckiest man on the face of the earth upon his retirement?
Lou Gehrig.
Howard, in which Washington D.C. theater was President Abe Lincoln shot in 1865? Ford's Theater.
Ford's Theater. All I can think is John Wilkes Booth. You see, I'm out now. You see, I choke. I could not think of that.
You don't know.
Gary, during which president's administration were both Robert Kennedy and Martin Luther King assassinated?
That was during Lyndon Johnson's.
Correct. Fred, what is the name of the residence of the mayor of New York City?
Gracie Mansion.
Correct.
All right, I'm out.
Okay, Howard.
God damn.
Oh, well, you lasted longer than me.
Yeah, but I should know that. Ford Theater. I couldn't think of it. Yeah, Casey, don't act like you knew that.
Plus 199.
I'm laughing because you got it wrong and he calls them all bastards.
I wanted to win. I just wanted to. But I knew I couldn't.
Good.
In fact, I thought I'd be the first one eliminated, so I'm happy with my standing, and I apologize to the guy I'm playing for. Go ahead, insult.
Wendy the retard is more clever than you are.
That wasn't that funny.
That's because Fred wrote it.
Are you disappointed?
No, I'm had a lot of fun here. I mean, he tried his best, you know, and it's just, you know, an honor coming up here and meeting everyone.
So do you have any words for Howard?
No, you know, he tried his best. I thank you for, you know, trying to win the Durango for me, but, you know, I came with nothing. I'm leaving with nothing. I'm happy, so.
Are you surprised that Howard went as far as he did?
No, I mean, he's, you know, he's a very intelligent guy, so, you know, I wasn't surprised at all. I thought he would have, you know, I think he could have won it all, so.
All right.
You know?
Good luck. And
thank you.
Thanks for coming
down. It was great coming up here.
Anyone want to bet?
Yes.
I bet on Fred.
I don't know.
But Gary's playing tough.
Yeah,
And
he's playing tough, and it all depends on how.
Yeah, the
you know,
what's
the
with
questions.
the lucky charm question?
Yeah,
for
come on,
Gary?
you softballed him.
Did you guys remember? Did you guys remember the Ford Theater?
I did.
Yeah,
you did.
But how many of you could have pulled out Amerigo Vespucci?
I did.
I knew it, and it's Amerigo
And you said it wrong. It's America Vespucci.
You said it wrong. You
So
should have got
what?
it.
I got it right.
Whatever.
I felt bad for you, Robin.
I don't think that Gary has missed one question yet.
Gary hasn't missed
He's
one
been
question yet.
asked about Lucky Charms.
Come on,
I couldn't think of Lucky
Robin,
Charms.
you were asked what 199. You were asked what 199.
Terry, you're on the air.
Hey, Robin, this finally shows the world how stupid you really are.
Thank you. I'm not as stupid as you, but I am stupid.
Please, every day you get the news wrong. Every day.
Every day you listen to me. Every day you listen to me. Every day
All right,
you
okay.
wind up listening to me, you ass.
I can see that this is causing a lot of problems. Gary and Fred are left. Does anyone want to bet? I say Fred's going to win.
Gary's been playing tough.
He's been doing really well.
How much action you want?
I'll put $100 on Gary.
Really?
Really? I'm taking Fred for 100.
I mean, I think they're both got equal. I mean, Fred's great, but why not for a little action?
Except I don't have 100 on me. You're going to have to wait till tomorrow for this.
Artie, tell me the things you won't bet on.
You know.
You want to go 100 with me?
The fact
I got 100 on Fred.
Okay, yeah, just to make it interesting. I mean, I got nothing against either one of them. but
Artie's very funny because he was playing the game with a cigarette in his mouth.
I think better. Astronomy and computers. Come on.
Yeah.
Frequently asked question you should have known.
I never had a computer before. Would you have known Yankee Clipper?
Yes.
Yes.
You would have known that, right?
No.
No?
All depends on the
ERA was
question.
impressive. That was cool.
I was hanging in by a thread.
That was good.
Mm-hmm.
DUI was hard. That's
No,
easy.
that was a
Not for me.
no-brainer.
I got a bunch of dittos that say that.
And I should have known Ford Theater.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Gary and Fred.
Any more bets? You guys
Amazing
ready?
what you blank out on.
Yes, you do.
So the final round. We'll start with Gary.
How many questions in this round?
Four.
Okay.
There's 8 questions. Each are going to end
I
up.
bet Vinny screws it up.
I'll bet you 100 on that. I agree with you.
Okay.
Anybody want to go against us?
I don't
No.
have a
All right,
lot of-
let's be
okay.
quiet and let it happen.
Okay. You ready, Gary? Here we go. How many quarts are there in the U.S. measure of 1 gallon?
Quarts of 4.
Correct. Fred, in U.S. politics, the elephant is a symbol of which political party?
That would be the Republicans.
Correct. Gary, in The Wizard of Oz, what did the lion want to ask the wizard for?
Courage.
Correct. Fred, in industry, which country produces more of the world's wine, France or the U.S.?
France.
Correct. Gary, which inventor was known as the Wizard of Menlo Park?
Thomas Edison.
Correct. Fred, which American teacher was chosen to be the first private citizen in space?
Sally Ride.
Wrong. Krista McAuliffe. Gary, in mythology, who was the Greek god of the sea?
The Greek god of the sea. I have no answer.
I know that one.
Go. What do you
Can I do it?
Yeah.
Neptune.
No.
Poseidon.
Jupiter? Poseidon.
Oh, wow.
Howard, you're as useless as a horn on an airplane. Okay. So you got that wrong, Gary. Fred, in fashion, the material cashmere is derived from the wool of which animal?
Sheep.
Wrong. Goat.
Damn.
We have a weakest link. That would be Fred. Gary, you're the winner.
Damn it, I lost 100.
And I get nothing. I get nothing.
But Gary was playing for Mike.
Why don't we bring Mike in here who just won himself a 2002 Dodge Durango.
Well, congratulations, Gary.
Thank you.
Wow, Gary, you are the strongest link.
And fear was not a factor for you.
At least in that game.
At least in that game.
The true survivor.
I was very close.
I suffered everything that you said that you'd suffer from. Just a blank out.
Oh, look at that.
There's our man. And
thank you.
There you go.
How you doing, Mike?
I'm all right.
You got to be excited. And
I'm ecstatic, man. This is unbelievable.
You've won a 2002 Dodge Durango because Gary was playing for you.
Wow.
And let me tell you something. You are aligned with a great guy now to present you with your car.
It's Kathy Finn. She's a great guy.
No, I'm talking to Mike is a great guy. Kathy, you're a great guy, too.
Okay.
Kathy Finn from Yonkers Avenue Dodge. Go ahead.
Hi, I just want to say congratulations. Yonkers Avenue Dodge is so happy to give you this Dodge Durango.
Wow.
Thank you very much, Kathy, and thank you, Howard.
Thank you. And by the way, Kathy, you're very attractive. What is your association with
very much.
Yonkers Avenue Dodge?
I'm the business development manager at the dealership.
No kidding.
So I have a bunch of young ladies who are much younger and prettier than me who work
Really?
at the dealership with me.
Are there hot chicks at Yonkers
There are,
Avenue
Howard.
Dodge?
Oh,
Really?
my God, there are.
I have 8 young ladies that work with me, and they're there to make sure that everyone's happy.
Are you
Is that
married?
code for anything?
Am I? No.
No?
No.
Well, let me tell you something, Mike. That mullet of yours is going to go great in a Dodge Durango.
Yeah, he can drive down and get a trim on it.
You got the mullet hairdo.
Yeah, is that what it is?
You know how good you're going to look in that Dodge Durango with that mullet blowing in the wind?
You know,
It works for me, Howard. I don't know.
You look good, believe me. You look
Thank
a
you,
lot better
Howard.
than
Thank you. I love you, man.
I gotta
Nice
say,
stand.
You
I
know,
don't
he didn't thank Gary.
Yeah, he did. He
No,
did.
he did.
They were making out in the corner.
love Gary, man. I
You'll
love
see
this
it on
guy.
the E! Show, yeah.
I gotta say, I don't know if this guy needs it the most because I saw him coming in this morning and he was with somebody. I said, "Who's that?" He goes, "That's my limo driver."
I'm with Pete, the limo driver. That's right. He took me here.
Oh, yeah, but that ain't your limo.
That's
right?
my
That is
cousin.
your life.
It's cousin Pete. Yeah.
It's Cousine.
It's Cousine.
So, wait a second. Never mind you guys. So you're a married woman?
No, I'm not.
You're single.
How did that happen?
I'm a single New York City girl.
How old are you?
Really?
Well, how old do I look?
Yeah, you're not supposed to ask a woman.
25.
Okay, I'll take that.
But how old are you?
A little bit older than that.
You're under 33?
Oh, Gary.
No.
I'll tell you.
Wow, she looks great.
I'd like to take you on a test drive.
Thank you.
Can we spin the wheel?
Well, anyone come on up to Yonkers Avenue Dodge, and I'll take you on a test
Can
drive.
I sit in the backseat of the movie theater with you?
You can definitely sit in the backseat of the movie theater, for sure.
Did you ever date a weakest dink?
I might go in that room and see.
You ever date a guy who didn't know what a frequently asked question was? Well, anyway, this was a great contest, and thanks for providing the great prize, the Dodge Durango. And
Well, we're very excited to provide it, and we'd love to do it again sometime.
all right, Gary, congratulations.
Thank you.
You performed well.
You know what? He got a Durango. Artie got $100. I got nothing.
You got nothing. You got nothing from winning, but you still have your big teeth and gigantic lips.
A little bit of respect from the group, maybe?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll take you to lunch with the 100.
Okay, great.
You
Well,
got
how
it.
about Gary come back up to the dealership?
Okay, I'll be there.
We'll
You
give
know-
you that as the prize.
Let's see, Mario wants to say something. What do you think, Mario?
I can't believe Gary's the strongest link. I always thought he was the missing link.
Gary won fair and square.
There
I told
you go.
you.
He beat us all.
I told you it was going to come down to either Fred or Gary or Robin.
I give him his props.
All right.
You outlasted me, Mr. I'll never get a question.
You did good.
I know.
Howard,
I was shocked.
You answered some tough questions.
Did I?
Really,
Like what?
Yeah.
I didn't think any of them were tough. Joe, go ahead. You're on the air. Joe.
Still Laura.
Oh, Laura, sorry you lost.
Oh, that's all right. Hey, Artie, thanks. I know you really tried.
Yeah. Joe, go ahead. You're on the air.
All right.
Howard.
Yeah.
I wonder if I get the last half hour of my life back.
What was it? Was the contest bad?
Yeah, it was horrible to listen to. I mean, between Vinny being terrible as the announcer, it was just awful.
But you stuck with it.
Is that his phone call?
Well, you know, you always take that chance. I thought it was compelling to see who would win, but
Yeah, if it didn't take so long to get rid of the first round, maybe it would have been a little better.
yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, well, you were all stupid. Who knew, you know?
Well,
I
we
mean,
didn't
you
think.
were.
You are
First of all, Howard,
You asked the hard questions.
I went over the game. I can't believe Casey tied with 3 people in that
Yeah,
first
because you
round.
gave crappy
Howard,
questions.
Howard.
That would have been great. You would have eliminated
Right,
4
the
people.
real final
would
was
have been
Howard,
the
me,
first round.
Gary, and Howard. That should have been the real 3
A
finals.
true flaw in the contest is, you know, Vinny asked a question to Fred that says H2O, and then he asked Gary a little later, what's the,
No.
Wait, how about
it's the same question.
You're wrong.
Let the guy on the phone talk, yeah?
How about if Robin would have just added 200 plus 200 and then subtracted 2?
I know.
You know, I thought it was a multiplication question.
She has a
That's
block
why
with
I
math.
blocked.
She's not dumb. She's got a block with math. She's got some sort of, right, like a dyslexic thing going with that
Robin,
math.
the only
But,
smart
you know,
thing
it's just like when Fred blew the Jack Ruby question. I know he knows the answer to that,
Absolutely.
but he thought of the question differently. I thought he was asking me to multiply those two numbers.
The news yesterday of you breaking up with Jim Florentine, or Jim breaking up with you in this case, touched a lot of people.
You know what? There was an outpouring of love to me that was just so amazing yesterday. I really, I just got so much wonderful support and input. It was mind-boggling. I was really surprised.
People felt
It
bad.
felt good to know that so many people cared.
People did care. In fact, someone came up to me and said, I was listening to the show, and I felt really sad when Robin told the news because she was happy, and they were upset. You know, they didn't want to see you get upset.
Aw.
Although you put on a very good face.
Here we go with the good face again. I'm not putting on any face. You saw me immediately after the show. What was I doing?
You were almost in flight. You were singing. You were carrying on. No, you seemed fine.
No, but I'm talking about not after the show. You saw me later in the afternoon.
Some people have said to me who are closer to you.
Who's closer to me than you?
I don't know. A lot of people. Some people have said that, in fact, the truth is you are not as happy about it as you seem.
I'm not. Who would be happy about it?
Right, but
they're confused.
some people have said to me I should worry about you.
They always say that.
No, some people have
Yes.
said that this is actually not.
They're
The
always
hunky-dory story,
telling you
Robin.
this stuff about me because I don't react the way other people do to things. And you've heard this over and over in our lives that you should worry about Robin. And I'm still here and I'm still fine.
Yeah, but I heard some things.
What things did you hear now? Go
I
ahead.
heard
Go
you.
ahead.
No, I heard. I'm not going to say them.
Come on. Tell me who said it.
No, I heard that you were very upset in private.
With who? I
about
don't
your
talk to
situation?
anybody.
Oh.
Who did you talk to?
No, when I'm mining.
Again, mining.
Actually, your breakup came up not only in the email. I'll read you some of the email, just so you can be aware of it. Most of it was very, very sweet. And now I don't even see it.
You got rid of it.
This is Email Monday. That's why I see
I have to say, even Ralph left me the sweetest voicemail.
Yeah, Ralph told me he was upset when he heard. He don't want to see you hurting.
No, but it was so un-Ralph, It was just, he let his guard down, and he just was really so sweet.
Wow, the biggest news of the day, Robin and Jimmy break up. Robin on the market again. Can I Bronski her? Now Jim can go back
He's got tits?
Now Jim can go back to showing his balls all the time. Having the waiter and waitress put tons of pepper on his food and fart all the time, etc. Here's another one. I hope you aren't too sad. Breaking up sucks. Lots of good wishes. See, most of them were like that.
Yeah, thank you.
Here's another one. Fuck Jimmy Florentine. We got your back, Robin. We love you. Robin, let that motherfucker go fuck himself. I only blame you for dating that asshole. Robin, please don't date anyone from the show.
I won't date any more assholes, I promise.
And Jim, go fuck yourself and you're useless. And Jim, go fuck yourself. You useless, no talent bitch.
Aw.
See, people
you
are
know what?
attacking
The
him.
thing that I really thought yesterday was I hope people are calling Jim because this wasn't easy for him either.
I know.
And
I like
hope
Jim.
he's getting support because...
No need to attack Jim.
Yeah.
I've been a listener for about 20 years, and I have to tell you that I was deeply moved by your revelation of the ending of your relationship with Jim and the class and poise you exhibited throughout. You are an amazingly strong and honest woman, and I admire you greatly for your honesty in dealing with this obviously painful conversation. By the way, you'll feel much better if you whip out your sweater puppies and flash those golden bozos at the camera.
Really?
Yeah. So this guy says the key to you feeling better is to show us your titties.
Let me try that and see if I feel better.
I would love it. And then there's a whole bunch of other topics here in the email. One of them was Michael Pardue.
Oh, yes.
The guy who came in and was in jail for 28 years, even though he was innocent. And actually, a lot of them were very, very cruel.
Really?
Tell this whining cunt to grow up and be a man. Wow.
Whining?
Wow, I was in jail for no reason. Bullshit. That's what it says here.
Oh, my goodness.
That's got to be a kid kidding around.
That's crazy.
Howard, why didn't you ask Michael Pardue if he knows anything about these murders? I listened to this segment, and this guy has never said he knows nothing about it. He just said he didn't do it. I think he's full of crap. There's just something not right with his story. Also, I believe he was never found innocent. The ruling was just overturned. I don't believe a word coming out of his mouth. So some people don't believe.
Did we do any research?
I don't think so, but, you know.
So we don't know. We were taking his word.
I was moved by the story of Michael and Becky Pardue. I'd gladly send them a few dollars if there's a fund we can contribute to. So this person actually felt for them.
Yeah, but they weren't trying to collect money.
Yeah. Here's another supporter. The wrongfully accused man is describing an accurate picture of the Alabama justice system. The former Democratic governor was wrongfully accused of crime and went to prison until the federal court stepped in and released him.
Yeah, I think that was profiled on 60 Minutes.
Let's see. And this one says, Howard, how in the fuck can you give this Michael Pardue asshole 1 minute of airtime? Don't you dumb shits do an ounce of research on your guess?
No.
He comes in and claims he's innocent, and you pussies believe every single word of bullshit that he or his hideous wife have to say. He gets away with 2 murders based on a technicality, and you immediately start kissing his ass and proclaiming that he is innocent. Shame on you and the rest of you panty wastes for believing this horse shit. So, a very controversial guess.
Yeah. Now I want to research.
I was kind of moved by the guy's story, but...
Hey, Howard?
Yeah.
The guys are telling me that someone else admitted to... Will, someone else admitted to the crime? And there was DNA evidence that cleared him, so it wasn't like a technicality.
Well, because, yeah, you know, I don't know that Michael was that articulate in explaining the entire story, and also because of radio, and, you know, sometimes you have to be a little bit brief. There was a, you know, we talked a lot about this case, and the guys actually did find out about it. And I think there was really good reason to believe that this guy had been set up for 28 years, and he was a fascinating, upbeat kind of guy for a guy who had spent his entire life, from the time he was 17 years old till his 45th birthday, I think, in jail for something he didn't do. I disagree with these emails, and I think they're harsh, but, you know, that wouldn't be the first time our audience really blasted someone.
Right, that's what I said, that would fascinate me, knowing what they thought about us handling such a topic on the show.
Many people wrote in and said, I sounded like I was in a shitty mood on Monday. Says, Howard sounds like he's on his period this morning. Ask him if he needs a tampon. I can bring one in. And let me say this.
What? I don't remember you being particularly bitchy yesterday.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll be honest. I'm in a shitty mood almost every day here.
Yeah, I mean, you were your usual self.
Yeah, I mean, I resent you saying that I was somehow on some days not in a shitty mood. I'm always in a shitty mood. I'm full of...
He was complaining because I was having a good time in the park yesterday.
Yeah.
He came across me and he was like, talk. All you do is talk. You're still talking.
Well, the reason I said that is, you got to hear this. I'm walking in the park yesterday, and I see Robin there with her friend, and they're walking in front of us. She's so busy yakking. I had been yelling stuff out to her for a good 5 or 10 minutes.
Stop it.
I was behind you forever. And my friend Pat and I are behind Robin and her friend, and I'm going, look at this. She does not even hear me. She's so busy yakking it up. I go, hey, don't you work? I yell out to her. Don't you yak it up all morning? Why don't you, why don't you shut up for a minute? So, I'm trying to be funny. And she doesn't even hear me being funny. Meanwhile, now I've yelled out and people are watching me because I'm yelling stuff out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now it's not going over so well, so I'm embarrassed. So finally,
You're bombing in the park.
I'm bombing in the park, so I finally get up to Robin and I say, yeah, don't you yak it? And she turns around and sees me. And then I was annoyed.
I was like, geez, I can't get away from this guy. Now he's complaining about me talking in the park.
Well, I thought you were walking again, but I saw you ran.
Yes, I did.
She has on the running outfit, then she goes for a walk.
I put on my walking shoes and then run.
And my friend Pat corrected me. He said, that's good. If she's walking, running, whatever she's doing, it's good.
Thank him.
So didn't she just say she looked good?
Put
so I said,
you
yeah,
in your
she
place.
does. I love the fact that you got on the air and said he broke up with me.
Well, that was what happened.
Wow.
Sometimes people don't manage to make it, and one or the other leaves, and it's always this thing about the woman supposed to do the breaking up.
Yeah, you made a really good point yesterday. I don't like when guys do that. And I have to admit I've been guilty of it.
And I said, it dishonors the good times if you start fucking a person, in a bad way, just to make them break up with you at the end of the relationship. Just say you want to go.
Right. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good point you made. And I think I've been guilty of that, but I think I've matured somewhat. Mm-hmm. I don't think I handled myself like that in recent years.
Uh-huh.
Where, as a guy, or maybe even girls do this too, you start to act so fucked up so that the other person wants to break it off.
Right.
You almost act like...
you actually start mistreating the people who you
care
were,
about you. Yeah.
happy with a few weeks or months ago.
You start doing heroin.
Yeah, you do silly things and mistreat them, and that's not a good thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cool the way you said that, and I admire that you brought that up. So in other words, and you said, hey, you don't need to do this. Just tell me how you feel.
I was like, what do you need me to throw you out?
Right.
I'm not doing that. You have to say, I have to go, or I need to go, or I want to go. But you have to say it.
Yeah. Guys do that too much. You put on a whole fucking charade.
Right, because you might actually have some information that the woman needs. Instead of just going around doing silly things or making up reasons, be honest.
It makes you doubt your reality.
Well, not only that, it's just that the whole relationship is based on honesty, and all of a sudden you start, lying or making up things or trying to change reality in order to get out of it,
Yeah, and then you start to think you're crazy. You go, you'll say, hey.
What was I doing here?
Or you start to go, well, are you giving me signals? And the guy will go, no.
Right.
And all of a sudden you go, well, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm fucking crazy.
Or, he's going through something. I guess it has nothing to do with me.
Right. You just want to know.
Right.
As a woman, you're saying to guys, look, if you're going out with us, Don't.
If we ever had a good time, don't dishonor it by now making it a bad time. Just say the good times are gone. Love you, babe. See ya.
You're so right. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. And I think a lot of guys can relate to this because we've all been guilty of it.
Sure. Well, I'm sure women have done it too. But the point is, you don't have to do that. You know you want to go. You don't have to soften it up and have her tell you, you have to get out.
You've never played games like that.
No.
Look at you. You are a woman. Hear you roar. Yeah, you're right. I admired your message yesterday. I think that's why people were very sympathetic, because you didn't bullshit anyone.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. I believe you will be triumphant. La, la, la. As a matter of fact, good news is just around the corner for you. You said on the air, and I don't know how serious you are about this, that you really want to fuck a 25-year-old.
I think she's serious.
I don't know.
If I found the right 25-year-old, why not?
Well, because I know you need to feel a connection in order to be with
Well,
the guy.
that's why it'd have to be the right one.
All right, but you wouldn't be. So a guy sent me some pictures of himself in a little
Here
note.
we go with the pictures.
Well, all right. You want to see what the guy looks like or not?
Sure, I'll look.
After hearing Robin's breakup proclamation today about needing a 25-year-old following her breakup with Jimmy Florentine, I felt I had to throw my hat in the ring. I'm a 25-year-old who lives and works in Manhattan, 2 blocks from Sirius, which would be convenient for you to fuck. Yeah, after the show, you could go over there, fuck them, and then leave.
And leave.
Yeah. I have a great job as a software developer for a well-known firm. I'm 6'2", 185 pounds, blonde hair and green eyes. I went ahead and attached a few pictures of myself that I hope Robin will take an interest in. I would love to take her out to lunch or dinner and hopefully have a great time.
Well, he's starting off right.
I am sure Robin will get plenty of emails like this one, but I hope this will rise above the rest, especially since I work right around the corner. And then he signs his name. Let me take a look. I haven't even seen...
Convenience is everything.
Based on the description, Robin, did you like the way Larry Bird looked on the Celtics?
Here is a picture. Here's the first picture.
Oh, he's kind of cute.
All right.
From what I can see.
All right.
And a sort of...
It's like Heath Ledger. You know what he looks
like? Like a Heath Ledger.
You think?
Yeah.
I was
bit.
thinking more of that guy from American Idol.
It's Ryan Seacrest.
Ryan Seacrest.
Here's another picture from a different angle. You can take a look at that.
Oh, very all-American.
All-American looking.
Yeah. He looks like a gay guy.
That's what America looks like.
And finally, in this picture, I believe he looks like, and I'm not making a joke, that Beckham character, the soccer player.
David. Oh, yeah.
There's some resemblance there.
He cut a girl out of that picture.
Could be his sister. Could be his sister.
I doubt it.
Well, he's a good-looking kid. Looks
Not
like
that
he...
I'm looking for a relationship with a 25-year-old.
Could
but
be
I
Heidi
just think
Fleiss.
that's funny that he cut the girl out.
Well, he does seem like an interesting candidate. I don't know what you want to do about it. If you want me to march him in here, I will.
March him in here?
Yeah.
What have you got to do with him?
I'll march him in here.
He said he was willing to come in.
You want him to come in?
Sure, why not?
You do. All right. See, I knew those pictures would work. Gary, book this gentleman. See if there isn't a love connection. Or just a fucking connection. Or something. Well, I just don't want guys to, come in here and fuck you randomly.
Oh, really?
We have to have some kind of screening process. If people are going to be having sex with you.
I see.
If we're going to be giving you away on the air.
That's true.
Well, this guy certainly looks like he's got the look that turned you on. You lit up, I have to say.
I did not light up. Stop that.
Right. Anyway, Lisa G is here. Speaking of working women.
And speaking of attractive work.
Who's more attractive than Lisa G? And she has a job. So there you go, Lisa
she's
G.
She's keeping her job.
She's keeping her job.
Thank you. Yes, I am. I love working here.
Good.
Does Mark Consuelos, did he put you on a deadline for your vows?
No, he hasn't really discussed that with me. He's just going to marry us.
Well, how do the vows get presented? Have you worked that all out yet?
We have not.
All right.
I don't think any of it will be worked out. I think it'll all be ad lib. I don't think it's all that thought out. It's not choreographed.
Did you get a hold of Shanghai Kate?
Thanks for the phone number. I haven't called her yet, but I will. Yeah, I got to go get that tattoo.
And you're going to get the tattoo before the ceremony?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, I am, Robin.
So when are you getting the tattoo?
I was going to go this week, but I don't think I'm going to have time.
I just, anything could happen. I'd wait until after.
You know what, though? I don't even care. Like, if I had the bee on me and then, let's say Beth and I break up, or Beth stopped running and got fat, and I can't marry her.
She didn't keep a career.
Right, she doesn't keep her career. I would just keep the B on there almost as like a reminder of something. Like it would be like, I've kind of worked that out in my head that the tattoo, I'm all about the tattoo. And let's say it doesn't work out. You know, let's be realistic. Let's not be assholes and think that, you know, my marriage is destined to work out. It stands the same test that all marriages do.
Any other, yes.
You know, who knows? I mean, Beth could wake up a year from now and go, I need to have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. We've already decided. Divorce. Because I ain't having a baby. I love that woman, but I'm not having a baby.
All right.
I don't, because I would stop being in love. I'd be miserable. I'd be tortured.
You would. You
Yes.
would literally stop being in love.
I would.
Well,
I told her that.
That sounds like a choice to me.
Yeah.
It's not a force. It's a choice.
A choice. I will have to be out of love with her. I would just say, I'm out of love with you. That's
you
it.
really think you could do that?
Yes, I do.
I think you're silly.
You don't think so, Lisa?
You'd be a great dad.
I was a great dad.
He is a great dad.
You know what I mean? To a new baby.
I don't even know that I'm a great dad. You'd have to ask my kids that. I don't know if they think
they're
that.
no judges.
Yeah, I know. You know what? As a matter of fact, they don't even know how good a dad
That's
they
right.
have.
They are no judges.
Yeah. They probably tell you I was a shitty dad. They have
won't
issues.
know for years yet.
Yeah.
They have issues.
Yeah.
Everyone has issues.
Right.
You got to drive down that street we were on in Afghanistan. Yeah, he's a good dad.
I'll tell you what. I know one thing as a dad. This is the only thing I know about myself, and I can say this with 100% confidence. I care.
That's right.
That's it.
That's the main ingredient.
Right. I care, damn it.
About what?
I care about them. I care how they are doing.
I know.
I'm telling you. I mean, what
That
other
is
prerequisite?
the primary
Am I perfect?
ingredient.
Do I know every fucking answer? Do I know what to do? Do I know?
I doubt if you had very many answers at all.
But I do care what happens to them in life.
This discussion helped me, though, because it made me think of a joke for the toast.
Thank you.
Which I'm writing.
Write all of it down, please. Don't forget anything.
He's working on his deadline, too.
3 girls, that's tough.
It's definitely a challenge. And the fact of the matter is that I've gone through it, and Beth knows this about me, and I have had my fill of it. In other words, I feel full from it. In other words, I've eaten a big meal.
You've had it.
Yeah.
You're satisfied.
I've had 50 Big Macs, 100 fries, and 30 Big Cokes.
You've had 6 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
That's right. I'm as bloated as High Pitch Eric.
But as I found out, there's always room for more.
Yes, you did.
Is that Jell-O on that plate?
But look at the problems it's given you. So there you go.
You're saying one more might give you a heart attack?
Well, let me just by. You woke up one day and the baby was already there. Like you were not aware of how it got there.
Right.
So you're going to want Beth to kidnap a baby?
Jesus. I like my life the way it is, honestly.
I'm just saying, you would not, if the baby got here, you would have to take care of it.
No. I would
You
not.
would
I would say to
abandon the
Beth,
baby?
well, I would financially take care of it, and I would have to say goodbye.
Yeah, you
because
can't live with it.
I've told Beth I cannot deal with having a kid. And she knows that about me. And she says she doesn't want children. I believe it. I'm taking her at her word.
Yes, but my point is that you could do it.
I could do. Listen, I could go to prison for 50 years and
No,
get
you
through
couldn't.
it.
You couldn't. You
I'd
couldn't.
probably crumble.
You couldn't do that at
I'd
all.
probably go insane in jail. And
I
you know
hear
what?
these stories like that guy's story yesterday. I would die. I
Yeah.
would just die.
Yeah, me too.
I could not do it.
Well, now you know how I feel about having a kid.
No, stop.
It's enough. Listen, when I had my 3 kids, I was super motivated. I was like, I want more kids. That was it, though. I mean, I was done. I mean, that's enough. Like, Beth even sometimes starts talking about a second dog.
I know. She keeps saying she's going to have more dogs, more
I know.
animals.
And I kind of go, oh, yeah, but in the future. I mean, I like having my one dog. I mean,
right,
you know,
you're a one-dog kind of guy.
I see these people, they get multiple dogs. Some of them can't handle it. They think they can. The people don't know themselves. They can't handle it.
Well, they're not disciplined. They're not
Right.
ready for this responsibility.
Dogs are a big responsibility. I'm not kidding you. I mean, we're constantly with that dog every minute.
Mm-hmm.
We
That
love her.
dog in particular with its problems.
You bet.
its
Always.
rashes. And,
No, she doesn't get rashes.
well, you got to keep her clean.
Right. Oh, that's it. Yeah, the other day I take her. She had like a. She was between her paws were raw, so I had to let her rest for a day. You know, I mean, constantly with the dog.
You know more about that dog than you do about yourself.
I do. I know everything about that dog. I know when she shits. I know when she pisses. I know when she's eating. I know everything about her. She's with me every minute.
Isn't it horrible when you go to a vet and the vet says something like, "Well, how are her bowel movements?" And you go,
And you know.
"Oh, and you got full information.
I pick them up with a bag.
You got detailed reports."
I was playing a chess game the other day. I hear in the background. And I'm like, I can't think. Shut up.
I think when I was over your house, I kept the dog up from my snoring.
Yeah, they're good.
I gave it a taste of its own medicine.
Yeah, she quieted down for a few days.
You know,
All
but
right.
Dana used to say to me as a test, maybe she said she would beg me at like, just try to like the dog. What if I let you keep the dog for 3 days and maybe that'll get you used to it.
Right, get you into it.
And I had to say to her, totally serious. I said, listen, that's not a good idea because I don't think I could intentionally ever kill a dog. I don't think I could. But I might leave
accidentally.
it. Well, I might leave it untied next to the.
Well, he's not into dogs. That's it. And Dana couldn't accept it. He's not into it.
And it's a big,
you know what?
big fucking dog.
Do you know how many people I know who were not into dogs who are now totally in love with dogs?
Yeah.
They're assholes.
That's Mel Karmazin.
That's true.
Not him.
Don Buchwald.
No, him either. Right.
That's true.
They just went crazy once they got to know a dog. And
That's a
now
good point.
They wouldn't be without one.
Well, there you go.
Robin, what's with the kick with 25-year-olds?
What's not to love about a 25-year-old?
Isn't that a little young?
I didn't say I wanted to have a relationship with a 25-year-old.
You just want to bang a 25-year-old.
I said I wanted to have some fun with a 25-year-old.
Now, what do you think of the...
A certain unnamed person was telling me a story not too long ago about once during a break in relationships having a little affair, shall we say, with someone considerably younger. And even Hulk Hogan's ex has been cavorting with a 19-year-old. I'm not going that far.
That's true.
So, but they tell me there's something very interesting about it.
And you want to find out what that is.
I want to know what that is.
What do you think of the guy who wrote in today?
I don't think anything of him. We'll see when he gets here. Physically, he looked kind of cute.
Looks like someone you want to date or be with?
Well, I don't know that. I don't know that anybody sort of looks like who you want to date. You gotta, it's a personality thing more than anything. So, we'll see. We'll see what he's like when he gets here.
CEO of Sirius XM Radio Inc. And the reason I'm here is to announce on Howard Stern all the details about our merger. I've always told Howard that before I ever did any press, the first place I would be with Howard Stern. So before I talk to CNBC today, and before I do the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal, I'm at the place I should be, which is with Howard Stern.
Mel Karmazin is my hero, as you know. He has done incredible things for my career in radio. He's the guy who hired me in terrestrial radio. And he is the guy who just finished getting this merger put through. There's my hero. Look at him in his suit. I said, there's my hero. You're the hero of the day. You're the winner of the week. Here, Mel. Hi.
Are we on?
Yeah.
Oh, hey. What do I know about radio?
You know it all, evidently. Mel, congratulations on the merger of the new company, Sirius XM. Who came up with that name, Sirius XM?
We hired a team of about 100 people to try to figure out what we should call.
Is that true? Did you hire a lot of people to figure out what to call the new company?
Howard, have I ever hired a lot of people
No,
to do
that's
anything?
true. Now that I think about it, that's completely false. But why not give it the name either Sirius or XM? Although I started thinking about it, it's true. People know the name XM. People know the name Sirius. If you change it to a new name, you have to go out and spend millions of dollars marketing a new company.
Less of a factor than the real reason, which is if you buy a General Motors car,
right,
there's an AM button and an FM button and an XM button.
Right.
And it's in all of those cars today. The last thing we wanted to do was to make those things look obsolete. So somebody's driving in a car and they see this XM button and they say, what does that mean? And the same thing would be true if you have a Mercedes. There's the Sirius dog, as a button. And our goal was to make this as friendly to subscribers as possible. So there was a lot of other names that we could have gone with. But the simplest one and the best one for consumers seemed to be Sirius XM.
All right. Before we get into the particulars, as a personal, I'm interested in the human story here of the merger. What did this do to you as a person when you were waiting 18 months, sitting there and nudging and nagging the United States government, testifying before Congress? And the thing dragged on and on and on. It didn't, I was angry. I was upset for you. I really was. I was incensed because it made me lose belief in the government. The government eventually did the right thing, but at a high cost. I mean, waiting 18 months slows us down. What did that do to you personally?
So I can give you the BS answer, which is it made me a better person. But that's it. No.
Give me the real answer.
The real answer is it really was dreadful. Clearly, there was no reason that this merger should not have been allowed to take place.
Right.
But even if, in fact, somebody thought it shouldn't take place, it's not that complicated. You could have sort of said,
yes or no.
Yes or no. And you could have done that real early.
I spoke to a lawyer who handles these kinds of things. He says, you have no idea how many mergers are approved where there are real questions about whether something's a monopoly. He says, and they're approved almost immediately in terms of compared to the Sirius XM deal. Why was this dragged out so long? Was it me? Did you ever think it might be me?
I thought it might be you all the time.
Right.
In part because of you, satellite radio became so visible. Right. And, satellite radio, I mean, if you think about when you joined the company.
Right.
There were 600,000 subscribers.
Right.
Not top of mind in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
Certainly a lot of work was done. XM had more subscribers than Sirius did at that time. And but satellite radio wasn't top of mind. Suddenly, after you joined, and after it became such big news that you were coming to satellite radio, anything involving satellite radio then became very big news. So the fact that the announcement was on the front pages of the Wall Street Journal, on the front pages of the New York Times, I had done, my career about over $200 billion worth of mergers and acquisitions.
Right.
This is an unbelievably small deal, an
right.
exciting one,
right.
and will be a big one, but not a big deal.
And for a small deal, there's an inordinate amount of attention on it.
Far more than we had. This deal took longer to do. We had more congressional hearings. There were more comments made to the government than ExxonMobil combined.
Which is unbelievable when you think about it.
Well, when you consider the impact of that merger and the amount of money it involves, yeah.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. When I think about this merger and how long it took and what it took, let me tell you something. You got very thin. Did you think this is a result of? Did it wear you down?
I will tell you this. I was on a hunger strike until the FCC. I tried everything to get this deal approved. We made some voluntary commitments. We said we would do things for minority ownership. We said we would do a whole bunch of things, and we still weren't getting it. So I decided that if I stop eating, maybe people will pay attention.
But has the government overstepped its bounds? In other words, the FCC's mission, my father was talking about this yesterday on the radio, he said the FCC's mission was never to set price controls. Where do you see the government?
Or to tell somebody how to run a business.
I mean, where do you see the government doing that? They don't even tell ExxonMobil how to do this. Why don't they set price controls for gasoline?
So the standard that the FCC has for approving a merger is that the merger is in the public interest. That is a broad standard.
Right.
So the FCC now looks at mergers and says, is this a merger that's in the public interest? They never set price controls. What we voluntarily did
was set price controls.
We said, you know what? We compete with free radio. We don't want to raise our prices. As a matter of fact, if anything, we'd like to lower our prices so that we can get more subscribers. Because you would think that if you charge $14.95 instead of $12.95, you'd have less subscribers, and if you charged less money, you'd have more subscribers.
Right.
So we, in trying to get the FCC to move the process along and approve this merger finally, we said, here's what we're going to do. And we outlined some voluntary commitments that we were prepared to do. The FCC accepted our voluntary commitments and therefore said this merger is in the public interest.
But you had two Democrats on the FCC sitting there and saying, hey, we think there should be price freezes and this kind of stuff. That sounds like communism to me.
There are two members of the FCC, they happen to be Democrats, who are by the way, very nice, very smart people, but have never seen a merger in media that they would approve.
Why?
Because they believe, in general, there has been far too much consolidation in the United States in media. There's so few companies, News Corp, Viacom, Disney, these few media companies own all of these assets, and therefore consolidation should never, ever be allowed. It's so bizarre that viewpoint exists. I mean, I'm not...
Because this is capitalism. This is a way of making money. This is a way of a company staying in business. I mean...
But satellite certainly isn't, the free press or the free media.
No, not at all.
But not only all of those things that you guys say, I agree with, but the consumer with the internet and all of this technologies that's out there have never had more choices than ever.
Well, you know who was against this the most was the NAB. That's the regular radio. Terrestrial radio was really against this. And I said, of course they're against this, because guess what? With a stronger satellite as a competitor to them, they're shaking in their boots. They're nervous that we're that good.
And Howard, I think I really do feel that I need to take some time right now to absolutely thank the NAB for their objection to this merger. Because when I told the board that we were going to go ahead with this merger, so back in February of 2006, I guess it was.
Wow.
7, I guess. I told the board that one of the things that would help our merger would be that if the NAB challenged our merger. And the reason for it, it would clearly demonstrate we compete with broadcasters. We know, we in radio.
So your plan all along was saying, hey, if the NAB challenges it, it shows that we have competition.
There's no, how could there possibly be a monopoly if the broadcasters are fighting it? And they spent so much money, and some of the smart people in Congress and some of the smarter people at the FCC, when they kept talking about, boy, this is going to be a duopoly into a monopoly, the more the NAB said that, the more they sort of laughed and said, come on, why are you here if, in fact, you think that these people shouldn't be allowed to combine?
Do you feel a personal vindication? Did you take this personally, the NAB going after you, everyone after you?
You were a member of that group, weren't you?
That's right. You were a member of that group, and now you've given them the big finger. You won versus the NAB. That's got to feel good. Come on.
I think everybody who works, for the company should feel really good, because what we have accomplished, and hopefully we'll have a couple of seconds to talk about how the company looks today.
Yes.
I feel really good about it. When I was in terrestrial, old-fashioned radio, I hated satellite radio, okay? It was nowhere near. I mean, if you think about where it was.
Nothing, yeah.
It wasn't there. But you know what? I hated it.
Anything called radio that you had to sit and compete with, why would you like it?
Why would I want somebody, if you're driving in your car, I want you listening to my radio stations.
Of course.
I don't want you listening to, an iPod, and I don't want you listening to satellite radio. I don't want you doing anything but listening to my commercials on my radio station.
Absolutely.
So I was against it. I understand why they were against it. Their strategy, wasn't a particular good one to stop it. But even if their strategy were good and they did everything right instead of some of the things they did, the merger should have been allowed to happen anyway.
Did there come a time in the last 18 months that you started to feel the merger would not be approved?
I could tell you, Howard, from the very beginning until we closed the merger 8 o'clock the night before last, I had doubts that the merger would happen throughout that whole process.
So did I. In fact, Robin even said when you kind of announced that the merger, or the FCC announced the merger had been approved, Robin said to me, what are you going to say on the air about it? I said, nothing. I don't even believe. I don't even believe it's really happening. I think.
Do you believe it now that Mal is here?
Yeah, I do. Now I do believe it. And I see that the stock now is called Sirius XM, and that there's no more XM and no more Sirius. I understand now that it's real.
I sent you, I don't know if you even got a chance to look at it, but I sent you an email on Friday night after the merger was done.
Yes.
You sent me one back. And then I responded to you because you were saying something like congratulations, and I said no.
Right.
Okay, so as of last Friday night, after the FCC approved it, I still had questions. We needed to XM. I don't want to get, it's not complicated. XM had a bunch of debt, so in this ugly market that exists, on Wall Street and finance, we in the last week had to raise $1.25 billion.
Oh.
Wow. So unless we raised that $1.25 billion, we couldn't close the merger.
It was still in question.
How do you raise that kind of money? Where do you go?
You go to large institutions and hedge funds and investors, and you tell them that, we wanted to raise $400 million of debt. It turned out we raised $700 million, and then we needed to sell some equity, and that was very ugly because the market was terrible, and I hated the thought of selling stock at the price that it was at.
Right.
But the merger was so important because the efficiencies of the merger, the combination.
Where did you learn all of this? I mean, you used to be a salesman.
He knew nothing.
You taught me this.
I mean, where did you learn all this? I mean, you started out as a radio salesman. All of a sudden, I hear you talking
go to
like
business school, did you?
I mean, what's going on? Are you taking night classes?
So,
I mean, what did you do?
He got another degree.
All right, let me
I
ask
barely.
you this.
I don't think there was a business school that would accept me.
You sure you know what's going on? No, I mean, really. I mean, these
He
are.
sounds sophisticated.
This is a lot of stuff going on, raising these monies and figuring out how to do all this. But okay,
Sounds
here's
like a
the
lot
bottom
of
line.
stress.
Here's the real human question. If the merger had not gone through, let's paint a different scenario. You had failed. In other words, you weren't able to achieve this. Would you have left this company?
No.
You would not.
I think that would have motivated me more because there was a question in some people's minds whether or not if the merger didn't happen, would Sirius be able to survive?
Yes.
Right.
So clearly, and the answer is absolutely. I mean,
Right.
who knows, right? I mean, but I truly believe that, if you hooked me up to that lie detector test and asked me if, in fact, the merger did not happen, would Sirius survive? The answer would be yes.
Would XM have died?
They say not. I didn't have enough information about XM, but the CEO of XM said the same thing. I will tell you, had the merger not happened, I would have done everything possible to make that happen.
Right. To make sure they went bankrupt.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that would have been my
That's
goal.
the plan. That's the secondary backup plan.
That there was going to be only one company anyway.
So you would not have been defeated. You would not have said, that's it, I can't do this anymore. You would have stayed with the company, and you would have said, I'll grow Sirius and let XM do whatever XM does, and we will see who the better company will win.
The second part was true. I'm not sure the first part. I would have felt defeated. I mean, I would have felt that, I tried something, spent an awful lot of money to try to get this merger done, spent a lot of our time, put our company, in essence, in limbo. The stock was in limbo for this period of time. It wasn't a bet the ranch kind of a situation where the company would have failed. But, I mean, shame on me if, in fact, the merger didn't happen because I put a lot of resources to make it happen.
Things were stalled out by waiting 18 months. In other words, you couldn't even advertise as much. You couldn't sit there and go, gee, I got to make my business plan. Don't you think even the consumers were confused and saying, I don't know which one to get now?
That last one is the most significant impact. What has happened at retail. So, yeah, people still bought the car, and when satellite radio came in the car, they were thrilled with it.
Right.
But the large number of people who want to go to Best Buy or Circuit City and say, I want satellite radio, would go into the store, should I buy it now? Which one should I buy? Are these radios going to work after the merger? There was so much confusion in the marketplace. If you think about it, it's almost like the high-definition DVDs.
Right.
There was Blu-ray, and then there was HD DVD.
And until it got all sorted out, you didn't know what the hell to do.
So no one bought anything.
That's right.
That's exactly what happened during this merger.
Was there ever any pressure from the board? When is this going to happen? You know, because this is, they're looking at you. You say, let's go do this, and now it's taken 18 months or whatever it's taken, and we're sitting around doing nothing.
So all of the board members were there before I got there. So this is not Mel's board.
Right.
They were phenomenal. I mean, there was not one hiccup. There was not 1 minute of throughout this whole process and everything that needed to be done, they were 100% supportive, and I really appreciated that.
And what about on a personal level? Your beautiful wife, Terry, who I adore, did she, when the word came that the merger had been approved, was there lovemaking involved? Was there a celebration? Did she put on an outfit? I mean, what did she do?
Special?
She's got to do something good for you. What happened?
I must
Take
tell
us
you,
through every detail.
I must tell you.
Yes.
The beautiful Terry has always been there for me and has done everything.
But this is special.
I think as soon as the merger was announced and I got home and that I woke her up and I said, Tara, the merger was just approved. She said, Mel, could you take the dog out for a walk?
Is that what happened?
So that's what happened. So that's
and on another personal level, why is Tim Sabean so heavy now? What's going on with his weight?
I didn't notice.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's getting big.
Well, you went on a hunger strike.
He
Tim
ate.
went on an eating
This has
strike.
been very stressful.
We
for
all
him.
express our frustration in different ways.
That's right. So you tell me Terry did nothing special for you after the merger was approved.
What about the dog? You took the dog?
I took the dog for a walk. I did pick up after the dog. So I still know what my role in life is.
When did you become such a dog person? That's the other thing. I mean, what is this with this dog? What happened to you?
Do you really want to hear this?
Yeah,
I mean, this is
what
really
happened
good.
to you?
So when I married Terry, Terry had always been a dog person. I never had a dog.
You don't like anything but radio.
Why?
Right.
What do I want a dog for?
Right.
Terry wanted a dog more than I didn't want a dog.
Right.
We adopted a dog at a shelter. So we adopted a border collie, 4 years old, named Angel. I can't believe how stupid I was for all of these years in not having a dog.
You love dogs.
I have become addicted. I have.
What is it
become
about the dog?
One of my favorite charities are things related to dogs and animals. I can't tell you it's the fact that when I come home at night, the dog licks my face, because Terry used to do that. Okay?
I don't see her doing that anymore.
No more.
Maybe
no
when
more. I just love the dog. I mean,
You
dog
love that
sleeps in
dog.
our bed. I mean, absolutely, totally addicted to it.
And would you say the dog likes you better than Terry?
Terry thinks that. Okay.
Really, it's that good.
Yeah, but the
because
dog-
I know my dog likes Beth better than me.
Terry spends an awful lot of time, with the dog.
Right.
But I truly believe that, if there's any listeners, I hear snoring. I mean,
No,
if
how
I'm-
do you win the dog over in a sense to make it like you the best?
If
Because
you're not the one spending all the time.
When Terry's not around, I talk to the dog and tell the dog all the bad things about Terry.
and the dog seems to understand.
And the dog gets it.
And so now let's look at the future of satellite radio. Okay, where are we at? Because people
What
do
is
have
this
questions.
company now?
Okay.
All right.
Great.
What are we doing?
So let me tell you where we are today,
All right.
because a lot of people have perceptions of satellite radio, small company, things like that. If you today just add XM and Sirius together, so this is where we are today.
Today.
We are the second largest radio company in the world.
Woo!
Our revenue is $2.2 billion.
Wow.
The only radio company today that has more revenue than we do is Clear Channel.
Right.
And we're growing rapidly, and they are not. So we will become, in my opinion, the largest radio company in the world.
I always said it.
In a very short period of time.
That makes them mental.
We have today over 18 million subscribers.
That's something.
The only
Well, how
company,
many people can hear us now, though?
the only company that has more subscribers is Comcast.
Wow.
We have more
Cable?
Right.
Wow.
We have more subscribers than DirecTV, more than EchoStar, more than Cablevision. So Comcast has 24 million subscribers. Sirius XM has almost 19 million subscribers.
That's impressive.
So I think the main issue of the merger, because I think the rap today on satellite radio is no longer, will satellites work? Well, we know they work. Will we be able to attract content? You're the poster child that we can attract content. Will people pay for radio? Almost 19 million people today are paying for radio.
And enjoying it.
And loving it.
Yeah.
And the satisfaction level is phenomenal. The question is, will satellite radio make money? Because it's been around a long time, and company at some point has to make money.
Right.
This merger, in essence, creates such efficiencies because we were duplicating a lot of things together. They were advertising, we were advertising, they had call centers, we had call centers, right?
All that costs money.
All of that stuff now enables us to make money. So the question now really that's left is how much money we're going to make. Not if we're going to be able to make money.
I like
and
this.
It's so exciting. And, I can't tell you that. I mean, do we have competitors?
Shall we dance?
Shouldn't Robin get topless?
Yeah, I'm up for that.
I mean, really.
You never have said that in all of these years.
You ever
How
need
dare
a reason? You've lost your mind.
Très joli, Robin. So, I mean, there's a tremendous amount of competitors out there. I mean, obviously, when audio entertainment, is big, there's a lot of ways you can get content. There are going to be more ways you're going to get content in the future. But I can't come up with a better way, than our way. Because when you think of audio entertainment, you think of out of home, because in home, though obviously a lot of people listen to audio content, you still got television and internet and stuff like that.
Got even more competition.
You got even more. So the place that was always, the holy grail was in the car.
Right.
And we have deals with every single car company.
That's terrific. That is so great. I mean, that's true, because now that we're the combined company, we can do
under the
so
same
in
umbrella.
answer to Robin's question,
Yes.
in answer to Robin's question about when we could be heard, so the deal closed at 8 o'clock on Monday night. I spent yesterday at XM in Washington. I'll be back at XM tomorrow.
Right.
And one of the things that we've already worked on at Sirius and that XM has also been working on is when our call centers, when you call up, will be in a position, and our IT will be in a position to offer the best product on each other's service. So as an example, we're anxious to have your show on XM receivers.
Me too.
All of the receivers that are out there today will be able to get it. So the existing, 9 million XM subscribers will be able to get it. And in early fall, we're thinking September, but it may slip to October.
Right.
But the hope is in September, your show and some other serious content will be extended and offered to XM subscribers if they want to receive it.
So if I'm an XM subscriber right now or a Sirius subscriber, I still get the same services I get.
Nothing changes.
And then I can add to that.
Yes, you'll be able to, and the price that we announced to the FCC that we've committed to is for $4 a month. Right, for $4 additional to the $12.95, if you're an XM subscriber, you'll be able to get the Howard Stern Show and various other content that we will disclose as well. If you're a Sirius content and you want to get some of XM's content, you'll be able to do that as well. If you don't want to do it,
You don't have to do a
You
thing.
don't have to do it. You keep everything just the way it is. If you want to do it, that'll be an opportunity.
So you always get everything you always got anyway.
There's no disadvantage of
Right.
the merger. As
That's
a matter of
good.
fact, there's an advantage of the merger because though we have never raised our price.
Right.
I mean, Sirius was $12.95 from the time we got our first subscriber to today. One of the advantages is that we have said for the next 3 years, we're not going to raise our price.
Right.
So the only increase will be some copyright royalty, which will be a very insignificant amount in years 2 and 3 of the merger. So, the good news for Sirius is that, we're committed to the price. They keep the same content, and there's some upside.
Gary, what do you say?
Here's a question I get from a lot of people, big sports fans, right? So I'm a Sirius subscriber. I want to get baseball. Will I be able to get baseball before the end of the season?
So we have not announced any of the specific content that we're going to be offering. But if you're a Sirius subscriber and you want baseball, then, and you'd expect I would say this, then for an additional $12.95, you can buy an XM radio, and you can then make sure you can get everything.
You can hear it before the end of the season.
So it's what I understand is so far. This is so new. We don't even know how things will shake out really in the future when it comes to technology too, right? Because like some guy called up and he says, well, I've got a lifetime subscription, Sirius lifetime subscription, does that get affected?
No.
He asked me. It doesn't,
No.
right? It's you have the same equipment.
If
and
you
the
keep
same
that
service.
radio, that radio we've said will never be obsolete.
Right.
Will not ever be obsolete. And you can understand why it'll never be obsolete, because if you bought a car and the satellite radio is in the car, we need to provide service to that satellite radio for as long as that car is ever on the road.
That's right. So it will not be obsolete.
So we will not make the radio obsolete. If you have a lifetime subscription, what you should do is extend your lifetime subscription for a second lifetime.
Has this whole experience made you sour on government? Honest, be honest.
Yeah,
It
absolutely is. The process, has just been grueling. The fact that you have congressmen, and I understand this. I mean, I've done this for a fairly long time, that they will write a letter because a local broadcaster in their market, has asked them to write it. And the argument is, gee, I am helping a constituent or I am helping a contributor.
Right.
So when you take a look at everything that's going on in this country, housing issues, gasoline prices, jobs, and you see the people who have worked to try to stop this merger, it has to make you frustrated.
And what is the system now? If I hire lobbyists and I pay millions of dollars, I can slow down or possibly stop the process of a merger. So everyone is on the take. Not everyone, but some people really are promised money for their votes.
Well, I don't think it's that. Okay, I mean, I understand how you get there with that, but I think that what is happening is that you have these congressmen and senators who want to get reelected. In order to get reelected, it costs a lot of money to run television advertising. So they are constantly, probably, if you're a senator for 6 years, you spend about 2.5 to 3 years of that fundraising.
Wow.
The amount of time that you spend fundraising. So they are very concerned of making sure that they are representing their constituents. So, the argument...
So anybody with a little, stone in their shoe.
So our enemies, the NAB.
Basically stop government from working.
So our enemies, the NAB, go out and they hire lobbyists and they hire people with influence to sit down with these senators and congressmen and such and sit down and work them, so to speak. They put up a lot of money to stop this merger from happening. And they were successful in a sense. They were able to slow the process down. They were able to get people to drag their feet, right?
But essentially, that's what the FCC was responding to when they would take a letter from one person in Florida and say, you know what, we have to investigate how it's done.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I think this merger, took a long time because there was such a controversy for whatever reason.
Right.
Some of the things, and it wasn't so much the government, some of the proposals that were made were outrageous because people game now the process because they know what you need to do. So they now know you need to get 3 out of the 5 votes. I was hoping to get 5-0, but winning 3-2 is the same as winning 5-0.
You won.
People put all kinds of things out there. So as an example, it was proposed that we be required in every radio we make to put in a competitor's radio.
Right.
So, and by the way, that we have to pay for putting in that competitor's radio. And I'm trying to think, this is America. How could somebody say that I have to put in, or we have to put in to our radios competitors' products?
Yeah, wouldn't you love if terrestrial radio had to build in our receivers?
And I asked that question.
Right.
And silence.
Yeah.
Then we had some people who are experienced in the FCC process and knowing this public interest standard is vague and said, we think you ought to give us 25% of your spectrum.
Right.
And we said, excuse me? Give you? So our shareholders are now expected to, as a gift to you, because it is in the public interest. I said, I didn't see Clear Channel when they created this large competitive company to us, sitting there giving up any stations. So
yeah, why don't they donate a few stations to the public interest?
That's what I thought. I mean, at this point, there's
it's sickening,
they're pretty
isn't it?
big, yeah.
So,
those would have all been deal breakers, I assume.
And we wouldn't do it.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that.
As much as I wanted to do this merger, I needed to make sure that we were going to do the merger and we were going to be able to win after the merger, because as I told you, we were going to win before the merger.
Right. You didn't want to be disadvantaged.
Yeah, to go backwards. I mean, so for the purpose of ego, right, to just sit there and say, we got a merger done, hooray, hooray, I'm moving on. Right. That isn't the case, right? I'm here, and I'm going to stay here, and I wanted to get a merger done because the merger will make the company better than if it was...
Was this the toughest thing you ever had to do in your career? Honestly.
By far.
That's it.
As silly as that
Even getting
sounds.
CBS and Viacom.
Well, I mean, I must have. I did have one dinner with some of the Redstone. I think that was worse. But
that was tough.
Other than that one dinner,
but this was hard.
This was the hardest thing I've ever done in my career, and it never should have been, because it should have been
easy.
A piece of cake. You had two struggling companies, never made a dime. Either one never made a dime. Combined, we still have all terrestrial radio to compete with. And
why did it take the Department of Justice so long to decide?
Because they had gotten such concerns, and there was a belief. So, remember, EchoStar and DirecTV, right, got turned down. So people said, well, gee, there's two satellite television companies, and they want to become one.
In other words, they heard the word satellite, and they don't really have all that wherewithal, and they can't figure out that...
Yeah, maybe no satellite should ever merge.
Well, here's what they said. They said... there are two satellite radio companies. Mr. Karmazin, would you believe that there are two satellite radio companies in the United States today?
Right.
Yes, sir. And after the merger, there's going to be one satellite radio company.
That's right.
So this is a 2-to-1. This is a duopoly to become a monopoly. And the answer is, yes, there are two satellite radio companies, but forget that it's called satellite radio. We compete with iPods, we compete with other technology. Right. We're part of a bigger market. So it took the Justice Department, which was a very unpolitical process, by the way, a long time, because they went to auto partners, they went to content, they did their research. Howard, I don't know if they spoke to you. I know they spoke with your agent, and they spent a good amount of time to say, is this going to be a monopoly? And the answer would be, so as an example, when it came to Howard, the sense was, Howard, you had two satellite radio companies interested in you before you came here.
Right.
Now, if the merger happens, there's only going to be one satellite radio company. Aren't you sitting there concerned about that? And your agent or you, whoever spoke to him, would say, I came from terrestrial radio.
Right.
There's competition. By the way, if I decide when my contract is up, and you better decide when your contract's up to stay, but if I decide on my contract is up that I want to go somewhere else, there's plenty of places
to go.
Right. To go.
Yes, absolutely.
I would happily have you.
And the fact of the matter is that I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't go back to terrestrial radio under any circumstance.
Would you? I mean,
but you had the choice.
I always had the choice.
They had negotiating move.
Let me tell you something.
Creative freedom.
Here's what I said. I said you run the risk of having no satellite company to go to.
Right.
If you don't see this merger.
And then you're stuck with only terrestrial radio.
I had a bunch of radio guys say to me, this isn't good for me. I'm talking about announcers who call me and were friendly with me and said, this isn't good for me because I used to be able to go to XM, then I could go to Sirius, and I could go. I said, you're wrong. I said, if this deal doesn't go through, you might not even have a satellite company to go to and
sit there.
I said, this is going to make them stronger. They're going to be able to hire better talent. They're going to be able to compete.
Pay you.
Yeah,
And the other thing is, it's stupid to have two. It's like you don't have a separate AM radio, and then you got to buy a seperate FM radio.
You have them combined.
You have them combined.
Right. No, it made no sense.
Hey, Howard.
Well, congratulations. Yes,
Can I
Artie.
just say, hey, Mel, one of the greatest things about this for you has got to be, predicting to the board that, the NAB, if they come out against this, obviously that's great for us. And they actually took that bait. That happened. But if you were still on the NAB, don't you think you would have been crowing like, guys, we can't come out against this? And don't you?
Would you have fought if you? That's a good question, Artie.
So
asking.
Here's what I would have done.
I mean, do you think there's anybody smart enough there to have figured that out and was crowing about it?
I mean, they spent millions of dollars fighting this.
Right.
Here's what they should have done, in my opinion.
Yeah, I want to know
the
what you think.
local broadcasters have accepted that there's cable television.
Right.
Today, you don't hear television saying, let's get rid of HBO. We don't want there to be an ESPN.
Yeah.
You sit there and coexist. There's a role for local broadcasters, and a very important role. I mean, we're not going to do what local broadcasters do. We're not going to cover the local school closings, and we're not going to deal with some of the local community stuff.
Right.
So there's a role. Just like AM radio has been around for over 80 years today.
Right. They didn't
it's
go
still
away.
Radio will still be away. What they should have said is, what are you really concerned about? Okay, are you concerned about local advertising? Of course, that's your bread and butter. So if they would have spoken to me and said, you know what, is there something we can do that would maybe you can agree to not do local advertising, or you would not do some of the concern, then, by the way, the radio industry would embrace satellite and say, you know what? We're part of the radio industry, and the radio industry now would be perceived of, in part because of satellite radio being so strong, as not as dead in the water.
Right.
Maybe more exciting.
So they should have said, hey, we're going to embrace this. The radio business will be a bigger, better business. And by the way, we're still going to get most of the advertising because it's mostly local advertising, and their business is more subscription.
You really think you would have been that way?
I don't
think because you're the guy who would have hated.
Right. At this point,
I don't buy that.
What did I want it to do? I wanted the government to shut down some of these terrestrial radio stations.
Well, I'm for that, and I would vote for that. I'd vote for any candidate who could do that.
By the way, Mel has been all over the news because of the Janet Jackson thing, and there you were right again.
Once again, I must tell you, I did feel a whole lot better about getting the merger approved than winning the Janet Jackson case.
You bet. No, this is a great day.
It was just that I remembered you were, because they kept showing your face at those congressional hearings as well.
I've had my share of congressional hearings. These were the most grueling.
What is it, Gary?
A lot of people in the office have this question: whose idea was the merger? Like, where did it start? Was it your idea?
Yeah, I must and take the responsibility for it as well. So before I joined the company, one of the board members, Leon Black. So before I joined the company, one of the thoughts that I had was, what about combining these two companies? And I had originally heard that idea when I was working at Viacom from Mike Milken, a well-known financier, and Larry Tisch, who I knew well. He's passed away. They wanted me to leave Viacom and to join. This is before you did it, and it wouldn't have been a success because of what you did to satellite radio. That they wanted me to join the company for the purpose of putting it together. So before I joined the company, I spent a good amount of time trying to understand what has been going on, and have been working on it for that long. And as we disclosed earlier, I went after XM and tried to get them. They wouldn't consider it, and convinced them after a long period of time. But, the final piece, just to see where it is, when you got here, we talked about there was 600,000 subscribers.
Right.
Today, almost 20 million subscribers.
That's amazing.
When you got here in 2000, when you announced, so it was before you even got here, the revenue was $67 million. Sirius's total sales, $67 million. And today, as I said, $2.2 billion.
Wow. A lot of growth. That is really fantastic. And I believe there's a great future ahead for satellite radio. More than anyone predicts, and I am pretty good with radio stuff.
Well, you know what? I was asking the other day, Tim Sabian once told us about the rate of sales of satellite radio. And is the growth still that...
Well, people, car companies are slowing down, but they're still selling a lot of cars, and satellite radio is going there. And I think that once the confusion of the merger is out of the place, I think that aftermarket, I think these better products, that we'll be able to create where you can get the Howard Stern on XM, I think that's going to help. I think the churn, where people disconnect, will go down because the product will be better. So, I think that there's a lot of good things. A lot of
You did
risks,
a fabulous job. You should be congratulated and really proud of yourself.
Well,
it's a tremendous accomplishment.
Advertising campaign. Howard Stern on XM.
And the whole team, by the way, there was just a tremendous
team.
There's
an amazing group of people who really hung in there, and this is tough. And I felt for Mel going down there and testifying over and over again. I knew it was a bunch of bullshit.
That was the problem, yeah.
Dominic, you're on the air. Go ahead, Dominic.
Congratulations, Mel.
Thanks, Dominic.
Politically, I think that this is like the internet. It scares the hell out of the political parties how powerful this really is. Do you agree on that?
Yeah, I will tell you that I had a very influential senator that met with me privately who said that I am willing to support this merger if you are willing to conform to terrestrial radio's rules on indecency.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And you know my answer on that, right? So
That's ridiculous.
were there deal breakers? In my opinion, I don't believe that we do anything indecent at all. I think we do funny and stuff like that. So, and this Janet Jackson thing, everybody thought,
Can
oh my
you
God.
imagine in a private pay service? I mean, it's the same as a book or a magazine or anything that you cable. I mean,
that you choose to pick
why would a
up,
guy care about that? No. This is certainly a closed system.
And that's my argument. And my argument is that why is it that you want all media to just be acceptable to kids, that adults don't have any rights to have content that they may like? So everything has to be at the lowest common denominator, where it has to be acceptable to children, because, oh my God, imagine if a child heard the word penis or something.
And here we finally have a system that takes care of that.
Yeah.
It's a pay service.
Yeah,
no one has to have this in their home.
And what an archaic way of thinking. In 2008, like 40 years after Lenny Bruce and 25 years after Howard got started, to think, I mean, it's not like we're murdering people here in decency. It's just adult entertainment. It's like the difference between Chris Rock on HBO or Chris Rock hosting the Oscars. What's funnier?
Maybe the most important question in all this is, how does all of this affect Cousin Brucey? What's going to happen with him?
So Cousin Brucey will have a bigger platform for people to be able to hear his extraordinary shows. And I've been a Cousin Brucey fan since growing up.
A part of the package that you can get.
Well, we haven't had a lot of discussions on it, but I can't imagine why XM subscribers would not want to hear Cousin Brucey.
Are you saying
the future.
Are you saying the XM subscribers represent more cousins? That's right.
It's a bigger family.
And the
it's a bigger family.
The XMers are officially cousins now, is what you're saying.
We are now together. I am, as of yesterday, I had a town hall there.
Yes.
I'm going to have one here today at 10:30 in New York.
Have you spoken with Oprah?
I have not spoken to Oprah, but Oprah had sent regards. I love Oprah, and I've not seen her in ages. But
does Oprah want to meet with me now that we're on the same thing?
Let me write that down. So when I do speak to Oprah, I will ask her.
Somebody told me there was going to be a joint press conference.
You know what would be great? I said that, and somebody picked up on it and said they couldn't wait for the joint press conference.
One of the bad about the internet, right? I mean, the internet's phenomenal, right? Is that all over the internet was people are asking now, when is the Howard Stern Oprah press conference?
I know. And you want to know something? What a great promotion that would be.
Oh, my goodness.
Can you imagine?
And it's only available on satellite.
I am volunteering for this right now.
Mel, if Howard decides to stay, and you said, I think, $2 billion in sales now, by then it'll probably be $5 billion. Will you have to give Howard the entire county of Staten Island?
Well, no. What I would
Mel
say,
would never give me the entire county of
so,
Staten Island.
So here's the negotiation with Howard.
Yes.
What, are you crazy? We have a monopoly.
Where are you going to go? You've ruined your reputation with terrestrial radio. You have nowhere to go.
Yeah, Howard, you
the
know
man
what?
always gets me in the end.
Back in 19... I guess 85.
I got to tell you, I've been through a lot of negotiations with Mel. It's not easy.
It's not easy at all.
I will put this offer on the table, okay, because of this monopoly we now have. I will give you what we gave you in 85.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, Mel. As a matter of fact, there was one time I was going through a negotiation with Mel when we were at K-Rock, and I turned to Mel, and this is just how stupid I am. I said, Mel, you should treat me like you would treat your own son. And Mel looked at me like I'm out of my fucking mind because I'm not his son.
Right.
And
He
this
said
is how I
there's
view
one
the
problem
world.
with that.
And when I went to a psychiatrist, it was one of the first things they ever brought up. And the psychiatrist looked at me and said, you're going to need a lot of psychiatry. He goes, the guy's not your father. He said, you end up thinking everyone's going to be your father and take care of you.
You are so bizarre because my son says to me, why can't you treat me like you treat Howard? Give me that kind of money.
I got to talk to that guy.
Don Buchwald.
What is that, Dominic?
Don Buchwald, the greatest agent in the world, will only want you to be treated as well as Mel's dog.
Well, thank you, Dominic. That's very true. Well, Mel, this is a great day.
The one thing, it is on everybody's mind, though, is will all of the programming one day be the same, or will there always be two separate sets of programs?
So there's probably a closer situation. So, logically, if they have a country music channel that might be better than our country music channel, we'd want to give our subscribers the best.
Right.
So there probably will be a morphing to try to give both services the best service, but there will always be the two services because of what I mentioned to you about the cars. Our satellites can't go to the XM radios and XM satellites. So we're going to have to continue to operate, two separate operations. We're going to continue to have...
But don't you think eventually you'll be able to build a radio that can receive Sirius and XM?
Yeah, we have that radio, and we'll have that in the market soon. But that is still going to require that there be these General Motors radios that are in the car. So it's for at least 10, 12 more years, there's for sure going to be the two services. Closer together maybe on programming, but two distinct services. Longer term, I think it's 2015 or 2018, we can launch new satellites. And then when we launch new satellites, then it will be able to get to both radios, and then we can, but that's a long way off.
That's a long way off. That's great.
In the meantime, I have things to do to make this work. So the easy part, believe it or not, I've been telling people, the easy part is over because doing the deal is supposed to be easy. Now you got to make it work.
And what about Riley Martin? How will this affect him?
Have you negotiated with him?
One of the thoughts coming in here was whether or not I should tell the truth about the revenue of the company because I knew the impact would be on Riley Martin.
When Riley hears you're making $262 billion, it's going to drive him absolutely insane. In fact, I'll play you later in the show, not while Mel is here. Riley did call.
Oh, yeah?
Riley on his show said, I will play you tape, he's very upset that Mel didn't mention him at the press conference.
You're kidding.
That's right. And he's not kidding. He's not kidding. Marianne from Brooklyn, go ahead. What do you want to say to Mel real quick?
I want to congratulate you, Mel, for all your hard work, for all of us, for Howard, for everybody. And Mel, this is too personal. Who are you voting for, Mel? Because whoever you're voting for, I'm voting for.
Yeah, it's. I thought I knew who I was going to vote for, and I was hoping throughout this process, I was going to see a distinction, from Republicans and a distinction from Democrats, and knowing how important to my life business is, that one of the issues that would have influenced my voting would have been, on, what is necessary, what is better for our shareholders. And that's because, a lot of the contributions that I make to political parties comes because I make money here.
Right.
And but I'm not clear. I know Senator McCain fairly well, and I have really been a fan of his for a long time. And I've not met Senator Obama. So, at this point, I haven't made any decision.
Up for grabs. You don't know yet.
I could.
Are you waiting for the debate?
I think I'm waiting till I probably close that curtain.
So this FCC process, you were hoping that maybe you'd have some clarity about how you felt about either party, but you're saying I would think you would have favored the Republicans in this because at least they approved the merger on the FCC.
I absolutely do. The vote was 3-2, and the 3 votes who approved it were Republicans, and that says an awful lot to me. So
and now, if you need me to advertise for you, absolutely for free, I will pound the pavement for Sirius XM because I am a huge fan and a supporter of having what I like. This is my indulgence in life, and I truly believe in...
All right, I have a headache.
Marianne, we need more people like you who are willing to do things for free.
Right, that's Mel's real push now. He wants to get as much as possible for free.
Yeah, do whatever you got to do, Marianne. You have permission.
I see Ralph's on the phone and wants to tell Mel what he needs to do now as the head of Sirius XM. Are you interested in Ralph's input at all? Do you think it's relevant?
I feel the same about Ralph's input as I always have.
Okay, good. Ralph, go ahead.
What should he wear at the press conference, Ralph?
So good. Hey, Mel really is in another world when he's waiting to talk to the candidates to decide who he's going to vote.
Right. He's really risen. I knew him when he had no access. Now all of a sudden he's hanging out with...
I love that.
Yes.
All right, Mel, there's 2 problems here, and take this seriously. First of all, my friend went to buy 2 different cars, a Hummer and a BMW. When he got the Hummer, they didn't even tell him that he had XM in it. He had to read the owner's manual. The BMW, he got the BMW. He ordered it. He gets the BMW. He goes, well, where's the Sirius? He goes, oh, you wanted that? You needed to order it. You should have asked us, and it's going to cost you $500 now. So these car companies got to get on board, first of all.
Right.
Ralph, I think for the first time, I'm going to say, you've raised a good point, and I think the good news is it just shows you how successful satellite radio has been, and there's still so much work that has to be done to really execute perfectly. And a lot of the stuff is beyond our hands. When you go to Best Buy or one of the retail stores, they have a fair turnover of salespeople, and you ask them a question, which service has Howard Stern? And I do that all the time, just go in as a customer. It's amazing how frequently they don't get it right.
Yeah, they'll say XM, and they don't get it. And Ralph is right; it's true. And everyone I meet, but everyone I meet has an idea on how to improve satellite radio and improve sales and this and that. The other thing, there is Mel's right. There's a tremendous amount of work to be done. I mean, how do you get a guy who works at a car dealership to understand that? Hey. Customer walks in.
About it, yeah.
Do you want satellite radio? This is a feature that we offer. This is that. I mean, how do you do that?
I bought a car the other day. I work in satellite radio. They know I work in satellite radio. They forgot to put the satellite in the car.
It's ridiculous.
I bought a car just honestly for the purpose, of I didn't have a satellite radio in one of my cars, so I figured I need to have it in all my cars, so I bought a car just to go through the experience.
Process, yeah. Right.
It is frustrating because they want to sell cars.
Right.
They don't when they think that the car is $30,000, it's $40,000, it's $100,000, they're not focused on this low-priced item. So we have some programs. We're going to work on it. We'll get better as time goes on, but it's a real issue.
Ralph,
the other problem, Mel, is this equipment. You should be able to go in a store and buy one fucking thing instead of jumping through hoops. I got to buy a car kit. I got to buy a home dock. I got to port this. It should be simple. And then they don't have the car kit in stock. It's so frustrating. And that's if you can get this stuff sometimes.
Ralph, now that the merger's done, and now I don't have to testify for hearings, I will work in my basement on getting these radio stations.
Well, I've actually been doing that.
Would you consider using Ralph as a consultant in any of this? Is there any value in his opinions?
My microphones, I can't. My
hear.
headset's not working.
His headset doesn't work. All right, thank you, Ralph. Well, there it is. I'll tell you what we should do, and I'm going to make this offer to you, Mel. In order to get these car dealers up to speed and make it important to them to sell these satellite radios, if I can convince Gina Lynn, the porn star, to date the car dealer that sells the most satellite radios and have full-blown out sex with her.
Let me tell you, you've got the constituency that would be most,
wouldn't
interested.
That work?
Based on the car dealers that I know, that could work, but I can't be involved.
You can't be involved.
Can't go out and sell that.
I mean, isn't that really where it's at?
I
Sex
think
and money?
They usually use money as an incentive.
I think that's it. Listen, Mel, I've taken up enough of your time.
Get to work.
I need to deal with the stock. I mean, that's the issue
now. You need to deal with the stock. I think people are impressed with what you have done. I know I am.
Thank you.
I am special, but this seems to make you even more special, which is terrific. I am very grateful that you did this because I'm going to tell you, I could never have predicted that 2.5 years ago when I signed up with the company, actually 3.5 years I signed, I said satellite radio will be big. And I really felt that it would take off, and I think it is the future of radio. But I never would have thought in 2.5 years the companies would merge.
And by the way, in my opinion, and I'm not blowing smoke, but for you, it wouldn't have happened.
Right.
Because I think the only way it happened was that Sirius became a good competitor to XM because XM was bigger. And had Sirius not been equal to XM, we could not have gotten that done.
Will we go down in history together, Mel, you and I, for some of the accomplishments we've had? Now, I'm going back to the terrestrial radio days. It seems every time that we've gotten together, huge successes have happened. True or false?
You will go down in history.
What about you?
I'll be happy to be a footnote.
You will only be a footnote?
Footnote.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that, too.
I would prefer to go down in history and have you be a footnote. No, but seriously, what a great partnership this has been.
It's been great.
Honestly, I mean, you're really a terrific guy, and you've done some terrific things.
Do you think, Howard, sometimes that the other people you've worked for in the past who only tried to hold you back and control you. That's what they decided to do with their time.
Well, in the history
Instead
of Howard's...
building a company, they tried to spend their time controlling
Mel is the
you.
only guy I worked for who actually said to me, you're an asset. I can sell your show. He's the only one who could sell it.
Mhm.
He was the only one who fought for me. Honestly, I've worked for a ton of people. They were all jack-offs. I've said this on the air before, and you'll hear me say it in the History of Howard Stern Part 2, which is a big special coming up. I talk extensively about Mel being the key person in my career. You can't have my kind of career if you don't have somebody backing you up.
Right. But
and Mel always backed me up.
For full disclosure, in the History of Howard Stern Part 2, which I was interviewed for, I tell the story about how you wanted to be syndicated into more markets than I wanted to do it. That's true. And you and Don convinced me to do it against my better judgment at that time. So
I talk about stuff like that, but the bottom line is we always figured stuff out together and moved forward and moved ahead.
And my point is, you were always Howard. These so-called business people who were the general managers of the stations before never understood what they had in their hands. And I wonder if they now sit around kicking themselves because you passed through their fingers.
Oh, yeah. You've been great for me. I mean, and I tell everyone, and I say it, and I don't want to get into a love fest, but the fact of the matter is you're terrific. Congratulations. And I'm going to tell you something about me. I am so fired up now because these scumbags at terrestrial radio, they haven't suffered enough yet. They sat and fought against this thing. Now you've got
now
real
you're pissed
competition.
Even more. You're even
I
more
am
pissed.
so pissed off now. I wasn't pissed off. They had a sleeping lion. I was fat and full. But I'm going to tell you something. I got an enemy now.
Now you got a fire in your
belly.
belly.
This terrestrial radio deserves to compete now. Now, because they have a strong satellite competitor, they're going to have to sit there and figure out how to make their product better. You see, this is the point. Now there's competition.
Ridiculous.
Now there is real competition. You're going to have to figure out how to beat us and make your programming better than ours. And I got to tell you something. You are in big trouble.
Don't have a lot of faith that you can
we
do that.
are fired up. I'm fired. I don't know about anybody else. I'm fired up. Yeah. What?
Well, you know what, really, Howard? I mean, really, when you think about it, he's right. You came into a company, you signed on, it had 650,000 subscribers.
Was that Mel roaring in the background?
That was Mel.
I heard
Mel
him. It was Mel. He's going wild. He loves when I get fired up. Listen to him.
But listen to this. And when you signed on, that was the big question. Will he even make a difference? Will he have any impact at all?
There'll be a difference. You wait and see. You wait and see who wins.
In my opinion, the untold story when this merger is done is the impact that you had on getting this done.
And 50 years from now.
Did you take
and
a
can
meeting?
you believe this, what is it called? A museum of broadcasting? Or what?
The Hall of Fame.
So-called Broadcasting Hall of Fame? How could you have a Broadcasting Hall of Fame and I'm not in it? Some reverend they put in there.
For the record.
I don't care, by the way.
4 years ago, I was inducted.
That's
into the
right.
Hall of Fame.
Rightly so.
Even you.
You should resign.
Why do you want to be? Why do you want to be a member of something that I'm a member of?
I just want to point that out. That's all.
How dare
they?
If you go to the racetrack and there's a horse named Parmesan Stern, you bet on that horse.
Well, you know, in my opinion, and the last thing I have to say, because I really got to get back to work, is that in all of show business, okay, there are very few people, and I can't really think of another one that is as impactful, okay, in business. So the idea of having you be so impactful to do billions of dollars of a merger and to be able to take a company there, I think is extraordinary.
You're right.
And I think that if you even begun to think in years ahead of leaving, it would be like me sitting there saying, you know what, now that it's done, I'm going to leave. So as much as I'm committed, I'm assuming, Howard, that you're committed.
I am committed to this company. You know that.
There are people that have lifetime subscriptions, and I think you have to have a lifetime. You need a lifetime contract.
If I loved my fans and this company, I would be here forever. Let me tell you something. You're absolutely right.
Your legacy is not cemented yet.
Maybe if you stayed a little while.
Admit it, Mel. That shithead Imus, he couldn't bring over 3 people to satellite radio.
Maybe if you committed longer, you would one day get inducted into that Hall of Fame. And I'll do. If I have to buy the Hall of Fame, I will buy the Hall of Fame.
Always sucks me in. Let me tell you what I'm doing. I am commissioning a statue of Mel for this studio. I am going to get a top artist
Yeah.
And Gary will roll it in here, and you will have an honorary place here in this studio. I have not done that for anyone.
It's impressive.
And you will have your statue. And wait till you see it. Quickly, Gary, order me a bust. All right, listen, Mel, applause.
Yes.
Congratulations and kudos. You have done it, my friend.
Thank you.
And you, aside from being a dog lover, are a people lover and committed to this company, and I admire your accomplishment. I love what you've done. Congratulations. And for the government to make you wait 18 months and to make all of us wait 18 months was a sin, but you got it done. And again, you're a winner. You're not a loser. If anyone calls you a loser, they're wrong. You're a winner.
Go out of here knowing.
All right.
What are you going to do? Are you going to celebrate?
Well, no.
Did you open champagne?
Did not. What I'm doing is I got a busy day today because, as I said, this is the first press that I'm doing, and I got a few things that I have to do in that regard. I'm talking to employees at 10:30. I'm going to XM again tomorrow.
Are they nervous or something?
No,
Is that why
they
you have to
shouldn't
go
be.
over there?
No,
They shouldn't be,
I just
right.
want to learn more about it.
Are they going to stay in Washington?
That we're going to have a huge facility and continue to operate in Washington. You know, we have about 1,000 employees. They have a little over 1,000 employees. We're going to operate in both places. Purpose is to learn more about XM so I can integrate the company in a smooth way, and I will have a glass of champagne or more on Saturday.
Excellent. We welcome our brothers at XM to the company, and this is terrific. And congratulations.
Mr. Karmazin.
Yes.
So how does it feel to have this huge weight lifted off your shoulders?
Well, the weight is still on my shoulders because, number one, we have to make the merger work, and we have to prove that it was the right decision to do it. So just getting the approval is the first step. Making it work is more important. And then we have to create the value for shareholders who own our company. So I think we still got an awful lot of work to do.
And now, what does this merger mean for the world of Howard Stern?
I think that more people will be able to, listen to Howard Stern show every day. There are an awful lot of people who bought General Motors vehicles because they wanted that car, and unfortunately, they're not able to get Sirius there. Where shortly, and within a few months, they'll be able to get Howard Stern. So I think it means, more people to be able to listen to Howard Stern.
All right, sounds good. And congratulations.
The greatest of all time. I'm coming to see my main man, Howard Stern. We're going to talk straight talk, get it right, get it real, talk about HulkHogan.com, my energy granules, about the wife that's running crazy with a 19-year-old, the 50-year-old wife that's going nuts with a 19-year-old. We're going to talk about everything under the sun, wrestling, you name it. We're going to talk about Pam Anderson's legs. We're going to talk about everything. So what you going to do when Hulk Hogan, the greatest of all time, and Howard Stern run wild on you, brother?
Hulk Hogan is here. See Hulk on American Gladiators Monday nights at 8 o'clock on NBC.
Yes, he's hosting that with Layla Ali, I think.
That's Muhammad Ali's daughter?
Yeah, the boxer.
I think she's kind of cute.
She was on that Dancing with the Stars that you love so much.
Hey, there he is. Look how big he is.
But you know what? He looks smaller.
Represent your boy, man.
I like that boy.
Bubba Army.
What'd you do, man? You pumped up. I mean, your arms are bigger.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I got both phones from him, but Nick might call me from jail, and I got to at least say good morning if he calls me.
Absolutely.
Would you say hello to him if he calls?
Of course I would.
Just remember, you're being recorded. Anything you say can incriminate you, so no nail files in the apple pie or anything like that.
You mean I can't say I'm going to send you a gun so you?
No, you can. Oh, you can say it, but please don't do that.
Are you?
Where you want me here?
Well,
yeah, sit down.
Sure.
Have a
Thanks.
seat.
When you become a single, how's your hip?
My hip's better.
He's got a bad hip?
No, I got a hip replacement.
Oh, you did?
Why
but
does it hurt?
Still hurts?
We had in the guy Jesse Ventura, who just had a hip replacement.
Please. Anyway, nice guy.
Well, he said he felt bad for you as a father, but he did badmouth you. He said
he's brutal.
He said you ratted him out to Vince McMahon.
He's so full of shit.
You're anti-union,
dude, let me tell you something. Jesse has worked on these stories for 30 years.
He has a lot
He's finally got him. Jesse knows just a little bit about a whole lot of things.
Right.
And you should ask him about Plato's retreat when he used to come to New York and him and his wife would do all the wife swapping.
Oh.
You should ask him about coming to San Francisco, running wild on Quaaludes for 72 hours and showing up with the same clothes on, pissing in his pants and everything. You should ask him the real stories about Jesse.
Because Jesse said he never did drugs.
Please.
He said he did some testosterone.
Please.
But
dude.
he never smoked weed. He said he never.
Dude, I smoked pot with Jesse in the hotel room and his partner Adrian Adonis. Give me a break.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Because he claims, because
oh, dude, stop.
You got.
But that was back in the 80s.
Because we had, what's his name, the Iron Sheik on, and he used to call Jesse the medicine man.
Oh, yeah.
And so... And,
What does that mean?
Okay, Robin.
I don't know these
Explain
terms.
the world to us.
It's a
What do
blue
we
jay.
know?
Double blue jay,
Double
brother.
blue jay.
And around. So you guys are hot. You never stop. You're doing great. I'm just trying to play the second half of the game here.
I'm worried about you.
I'm
First of all,
doing better.
When you sat down, we have a lot to cover, but when you sat down, you looked like you were in physical pain.
Yeah, my back's pretty messed up.
What is it
I told
messed up
you-
from?
Wait a minute. I told you one of the things that used to kill me about his reality show is that everybody's lounging around the pool in the beautiful house, and then Hulk limps out because he has given his whole body to making a livelihood for his family. And it always seemed that, he was not appreciated.
Yeah, did you start to feel, because now we can really talk. Did you
You
start,
know we can, brother.
Yes. Did you start,
Gloves are off.
Did you start to feel,
And you love it.
I do, did you start to feel as a man, shit, I gave my whole body, really, I mean, you're racked in pain. You spent a lot of years hustling on the road for a living. Not that some of it wasn't fun, but a lot of it's pretty dreary. Did you start to feel resentful that, like in a sense, that your family was having such fun and good times, and meanwhile you're down there trying to maintain your physical health?
No, I didn't feel resentful. It's just, I couldn't stay ahead of the curve because it was never, it was never the house wasn't big enough or we had to move again. So I had to hustle. I actually kind of like retired one time, and then when I saw this big monster house being built, I went to work for Ted Turner for 7 years. And
Did Linda put pressure on you and say the house isn't good enough for us?
No, she didn't say it was good enough, but she always wanted to move. And like when we went to Miami a few years ago,
I remember you didn't want to go there.
No, I wanted to stay in Florida, but Brooke was recording there, and so Linda found a house and she wanted to move there. So all of a sudden, Timberland, what's his name? Timberland, the producer was going to buy the home. But instead, I came in like at 7 in the morning with Brooke from the recording studio. They woke me up. Oh, we got to look at this house. We got to buy it. So, Linda talked me into buying this house. This is what I want. This is what I want. Put $14 million into the house. All of a sudden, 6 months later, I'm standing there in the house by myself. Kids gone. I'm going, what am I doing here?
Ugh.
So, and then, when she moved out to L.A., she got this rental house in Brentwood, $22,000 a month.
Why did she want to live in L.A.?
Because her family's from there.
But why did she have to move you and spend $14 million in California if she wanted to move to L.A.?
Yeah,
brother, you got to fix what's wrong on the inside before everything works on the outside. You know what I'm
how
saying?
miserable I knew you were when we were at Bubba's wedding, and you walked in carrying that big box, whatever the hell the gift was.
Right.
You looked like you just wanted to kill yourself. You're carrying this big box. I said, this guy needs to get laid so fucking badly.
The other thing was Linda was there, and she was holding hands with a girl.
I'm telling.
Oh, I can't even remember.
Oh, you want your lawyer on the phone? I'll put him on. I'll keep him up.
David Houston?
Yeah. All right. Dave, you want to be on here? I know you said you want
Dirty
to be the lawyer.
Dave.
Terry, how are you?
I'm doing great, man.
Hey, Dave. So anyway, I knew you were miserable that day. I said, this guy's aching to get out there and play around a little bit.
But at the beginning of the reality show, did you know your marriage was in trouble?
Yeah, I did. We had problems. I remember I was married 23 years. I remember about the 3-year mark when we started to have a few little problems. I went to her parents and I said, Gail and Joe, I said, hey, Linda's kind of wild and, I'm having some problems with, the wine and this and that. They go, well, you married her. I went, oh, thanks. I mean, like nobody told me.
Problem now.
Like they were having to get rid of her. I went, oh, my God.
Hey, I know I'm jumping all over the place. Brooke's thinking of doing Playboy? You're going to let that go down?
Here's what's going on.
What's going on?
Brooke, when she was 16, got a call to do Playboy.
That's crazy.
So I called them back and I said very gracefully, she's only 16 years old. Thanks for the call. We appreciate the interest. Bang. So now all of a sudden, her reality show's taken off. She did some really great numbers the last couple of weeks.
I've been watching the show.
I have too.
Yeah. Playboy, she said to say hello too. She loves you.
I love her.
Playboy called and said, we want you on the cover of the 55th anniversary where they'll have Drew Barrymore, Marilyn Monroe, and everybody inside. So she calls me and asks me what I think. I said, well, the first thing you say on a business call like that is we're very interested. Let us find out more about it.
Right.
Now, Playboy could be something where they just got you on the cover and they do nice little pictures, or Playboy could be where they get you on the cover and they want the full-blown spread. And you have to make that decision.
Right.
Because it's a major career momentum-shifting move, which can make your career skyrocket or it can put you in the tank. So you got to be real careful.
So you would be okay with it if she decides to do it?
You know, bro, I'm not okay with it because I got this old redneck, old school mentality, which is barbaric. But at the end of the day, Brooke is 20 years old, bro. And I did this whole bluffing act of don't talk to Brooke, don't look at her till she was 18.
Right.
But I'm pretty easy, bro. I'm not like a double standard guy. I mean, you know, I can't, you know, run the game one way, then have the rules different for somebody else. But I said, Brooke, you really have to think this through and make the right decision. Timing-wise?
Would you look at the pictorial?
No, hell no.
You would never want to see your daughter.
No,
But
God,
you
I
put
wouldn't either.
suntan lotion on her butt.
Yeah, well, I put baby lotion on her butt when she was a baby, too. She's my daughter.
You're catching a lot of shit for that, right?
You know what? That's all. You know what? It's in the bottom of somebody's birdcage the next day. Who gives a shit anyway? You know, but at the end of the day, you know, if Brooke makes that choice, I'll support her. I think right now it's the wrong time.
Really?
I think it's the wrong time.
I agree,
now.
and I'll tell you
What
why.
is the right time?
Because
I don't know. Probably down the road when she needs to. Well, you can ask Pam Anderson. She knows when the right time is. Hell, I don't know. I've never done it.
No, Brooke's got something going on now.
She doesn't need
She's doing
it.
She doesn't
Thank
need
you.
it.
Yeah.
And the best time for her to do it is when Hulk is dead.
I see.
That's the best
All
time
right.
to do it. Let him pass away, and then she can go in the fucking magazine and be
Once
naked.
he's 6 feet under. Huh?
Yeah, I like her. I find her charismatic.
He is fascinated.
I
with her.
watch the show every week, and I don't even know why.
Let me tell you one thing about
Why
Brooke.
do I like that?
I got to tell you one thing about Brooke. She is the most honest, pure, nicest person. She doesn't have a bad bone in her body. She is loyal to a fault.
You think
the guy
she could
that
be-
ends up with her?
Yeah, but hold it. You
What?
think she could be a good wife? She's been spoiled her whole life.
No,
You
bro,
have
she hasn't been spoiled.
Yeah, you have given her a lifestyle. You forget. You've given her an incredible lifestyle. She's used to getting whatever she wants. She lives in a luxury
Bro,
condo.
she works her ass off.
Yes, but still, she's going to expect some guy to take care of her the way you do, and you take care of her.
Well, why would you
unbelievably.
marry somebody and lower your standards or even make a lateral move?
Did you ever have to spank her when she was a kid?
This is the truth, the honest truth. When she was like, she still had diapers on.
Right.
And I don't know if she was 2 years old or how old she was, but I was packing my wrestling bag trying to get ready to do another Vince McMahon extravaganza. And every time I'd pack my bag, she'd take something out. I'd put something in, she'd take a knee pad out. I'd put a boot in, she'd take a boot out. And I hit her on the butt on the poopy diaper.
Right.
And I still never heard the end of it. I mean, I smacked her one time on the ass, and she still talks about it.
I would have to spank her.
You know what? I'm looking
Oh,
at
you're
his
brutal.
finger, and he has a tattoo.
Oh, I'm getting that removed.
What is that?
That's my wife's name, Linda.
Uh-huh.
Oh, on your ring finger?
Yeah, I'm getting that removed.
You know, I'm getting married in a couple of, weeks or so.
We need to have a talk.
And I'm getting a tattoo.
We should talk.
Why? Why should we talk?
Well, because
you know who I'm
Because,
marrying.
brother, let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
10 years from now, you'll be looking at me going, Hogan, we should have had that talk, brother.
Really?
Yeah. We should have had that talk. And I know Beth's a great girl.
She is.
She's an awesome girl, but still, man, you know.
You think love can't work?
I didn't say love can't
Are
work.
you
I
that
say why
sour?
mess love up with marriage? No, I'm not that sour.
Well, maybe you're right. Beth even said that to me last night. She goes, I'm really nervous about getting married. I said, why? She goes, what if it fucks everything up?
No doubt, brother.
But why does it have to fuck everything up?
It doesn't have to. Maybe
what could be
Beth,
there?
maybe even Beth, it won't change a thing. But
Yeah,
you know,
but you're saying
but if it
that,
does
like-
change a thing, cover your ass business-wise.
Oh, so what's going on with that now? You're going to get cleaned out.
Of course I am.
What about Florida law? Luke was in here.
Is the divorce in Florida?
Is divorce in Florida or California?
It's in Florida, but you know, Florida's a no-fault state. But it should be an easy. That's what none of us. Even David's on the phone. That's one of the things we don't understand. It should be just an easy divorce. It wasn't an argument. It wasn't. You know.
She's going to want money, man.
Oh, but of course, it was an argument when she filed for divorce. It means I never want to see you, be with you. I'm not in love with you anymore. So I figured.
But what caused the divorce? Were you already fucking around, or was she? I know she's fucking around with some 19-year-old pool boy or something, right?
Yeah.
Like one of Brooke's friends. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah, that's been a tough one on the kids.
That
That's
is
been a
tough.
one.
Brooke's not even talking to the mom.
No, and kind of it got really crazy because things have kind of like escalated because, you know, first off when Brooke started dating the kid, she told Brooke she was the boy was 27 years old, which kind of appalled Brooke, you know, because that's kind of young for a 50-year-old.
Oh, hell yeah. Are you flipping out about it psychologically?
No, bro, I'm cool with that. I'm way cool with that because I'm not connected with her as far as being in love with her anymore.
Yeah, but what the effect it has on the kids.
The effect it has on the kids is tough because what really kind of set it off is when Brooke found out how old the guy was. It was a situation where, you know, Brooke was living with me, you know, because there was a bunch of crazy stuff going on, and Brooke finally figured out who both of us were. So Brooke's living with me, and all of a sudden, she started packing up a little overnight bag, And I guess Linda had talked about spending the whole day and night with Brooke. So Brooke didn't want to upset me. And when she's packing a little bag, she goes, "Oh, Dad, I'm kind of like going to go over and spend the day and the night with Mom." And I think Brooke thought it would roll into like 5 or 6 days,
Right.
And she didn't want to upset me. I said, "Oh, that's cool." So all of a sudden, when Brooke's packing up, Linda calls and says, "Well, let's just meet for breakfast."
Oh.
And switch gears. So she says, "Let's meet at the Willow house, a big house." So Linda goes to the Willow house. Mom's not there. So Mom goes, "Come to the restaurant. I told you to come to the damn restaurant." So Brooke flipped out and said, Mom yelled at me, said, "Come right to the restaurant." I said, "Okay, we'll go meet your mom at the restaurant." Well, what happened was Brooke hung up the phone, and this is the house she grew up in. She wanted to go upstairs and see her room because she hadn't been there for 4 or 5 months and see what clothes were there. And as she walked upstairs to turn left to her room, she looked in Nick's room. Now, Nick's in jail.
Right.
And when she looked in Nick's room, all Nick's clothes were on the bed. His jewelry was out. When she walked in Nick's room, the computer was on. And she goes, "What the hell?" And all of a sudden, she opened Nick's bathroom door, and there's 2 6'4" 19-year-old boys. She goes, "What are you doing in my house?" And the one kid goes, "I live here. I date your mom."
Oh.
And Brooke looked at the kid and goes, "You're Charlie Hill. I went to school with you. You're younger than me." So Brooke started shaking and called me.
Oh, my
And I didn't know if it was going to be an Aruba situation. They were going to beat her up or rape her. I don't know what's going on. So I said, "Just tell them you're calling the cops." They left, and as Charlie walked out, he clicked off on Nick's computer. So, I mean, the invasion of privacy to put your daughter in that situation. And Linda got pissed at Brooke and said, "Brooke ransacked the house." This is the house she grew up in.
Wow.
So now Linda doesn't talk to Brooke anymore. And then
Do you think this is all a result of the reality show? Would you, if you had
No,
to do it
bro,
over
there were
again?
problems before the reality show.
So the reality, you don't blame the reality show. You don't feel like it was a mistake.
No, I mean, things were going to turn out the way they turned out. Everybody wanted to do the reality show. It put extra pressure on, but there were already problems with Lynn and I for the last 10, 12 years before that. It was a nightmare. I mean, Linda.
Why didn't you get out sooner?
Because for the same old story for the kids, brother.
For the kids.
Do you think it was good for the kids? You staying
Not
together?
now. Not now. I don't.
In retrospect, everyone always
Now
says
I
that.
realize that the kids. It would be better off for the kids to be from a broken home than be in one.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I really see it, and there were things like, just sometimes I would get these crazy cheap shots when I'd talk to Brooke and say, "Brooke, what do you think I should do?" She goes, "Dad, Mom doesn't love you anymore." That's tough coming from your kid.
Were you not having sex for the last 10, 12 years with your wife?
It was off and on, but it was very rare.
Very rare. And here you are,
And you're Hulk Hogan.
I mean, you can get laid.
Stop.
I mean, you can, right?
Well, I'm dating a really nice 34-year-old girl right now.
Did you move right into dating the 34-year-old girl, or did
No,
you go
brother.
out and have a little fun?
Brother, I didn't have anything. I've been through this crazy transformation. I don't want to Bible thump you, but on my wrist I have awareness.
Yeah.
And I have grateful because
When did you put that on?
Right when all this stuff going down, I was soul searching because I went to a really bad place for a while.
You just got those tattoos.
Yeah, about 6 months ago. I went to a really bad place, and I got really weird. I was so depressed.
You?
My family was no. Oh, thanks, Robin.
What do you mean by weird? What do you mean by weird?
I just was so depressed that I lost, my wife, and she walked away after 23 years. Even
But
though we
you
were
should have
fighting,
been happy because you were miserable.
I wasn't happy because, bro, I thought that when you put your hand on the Bible and you said, "Till death do us part, through better or worse," that we would go through this and get through it. I had no idea that the final argument would end up in divorce or whatever. So I kind of got by myself. I was in this big house seeing all my kids' pictures and everything. And with nobody in there, your mind starts playing games on you.
Right.
You start drinking a few beers and you and you get a little weird.
Were you thinking you were going to kill yourself?
I had some weird thoughts.
No shit.
I had some weird, but
Did you take a gun out and try to kill yourself?
No, I didn't take a gun out and try to kill myself. I had a gun in the house. I've got a permit. I've never shot the gun, never brandished the gun, never anything. But the gun is there, and the thought process goes through your head. But at the end of the day, the overriding thought is your kids. And so you go through this huge depression. And, I started praying. Well, I was praying the last couple of New Years to be happy. That's all I wanted to be, was happy. And all of a sudden, I got sick and tired of being sick and tired. I kind of just snapped out of it. And what happened
Who
is...
did you turn to during these times? Did you go to a psychiatrist?
No, I didn't. I just talked to a bunch of friends. And
Who? Bubba? Did you
Here's
talk to
the deal,
Bubba? Here's the deal. Did he start in with you?
Who?
Bubba. Did you talk
Oh,
to
yeah,
him?
Bubba helped me a lot,
He did
man.
help you a lot.
I actually
He's a good guy, Bubba.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I actually moved in with him for a while just so he was worried about me. He says, "Come stay at my house." But what happened...
How was that? Did you see Heather naked?
No,
You did not. Not even during that time.
But that was tough because when I was staying with Bubba, every morning I'd come down and I'd see his 2 kids, so that was tough.
Right. And all of a sudden, now you're living in Bubba's house. You're not with your family. That is depressing.
Yeah, but that's okay. But Bubba
were
has
you
a boy and a girl, and,
you
I'm
weren't
sure
getting-
that reminded you.
And you weren't going out and meeting girls at that point?
I was going out and drinking and running around, but I was too depressed
How
to talk
long
to
did it
anybody.
take you from the time that you and your wife said, okay, that's it, it's over, I'm moving out? How long did it take you before you start dating? Do you wait an hour, a half hour? How long do you wait? Honestly, I
Well,
want
I
you to
really
know.
have never dated,
Okay.
you know.
How long before you
But,
get married?
you know, it probably took a couple months before I met somebody that was really
But what'd
cool.
you do for those couple of months? Did you get any pussy?
No, bro.
Nothing.
Dude, you can't
Dude,
even...
that's why you were depressed.
No, it's not even... Let me tell you something. When you're that upset mentally, nothing works.
Oh, that works.
No, it doesn't.
Trust me.
Okay, well, okay. You've never been that
You should have
depressed.
called me. Never mind Bubba.
Well,
I
you're
would've
not my
told-
type.
I would have told you what to do.
Jeez.
But I'm not your type.
No, but it's, you know, the thing was I just get sick and tired of being sick and tired. In the last couple of years, I just prayed to be happy. And
I thought you were happier. Like when I see you at the wedding, when you're hanging out with your daughter and your son, you were way happier, felt way younger, way more forceful than when you were standing next to your wife.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you what happened to me. I actually didn't think I could go to this buyer's meeting and sales meeting for Walmart.
Right.
And I had Hogan Energy in Walmart. And all of a sudden, you know, I went to Texas. I didn't think I'd go, and I spent 2 days there talking to the buyers and everything about Hogan Energy. And on the way back on the plane, I was moaning and complaining to some guy in first class, and this lady tapped me on the shoulder. She goes, "You need this book." And all of a sudden, I looked at my watch. I had like an hour on the plane, so I can read real slow in microscope a script, a 100-page script, and take 8 hours, like I'm blocking it and shooting every scene.
Right.
Or I can speed read through a 100-page script in like 20 minutes. So I started speed reading through this book, and I saw what it was. I broke a sweat. I went, "Oh my God, I don't want to give this book back." And as I was reading it and flipping out, right when the landing gear was going down, the lady goes, "Keep the book." And the
What
book
is the
was
book?
The Secret.
What is The Secret?
It's
You
about.
don't know The Secret?
I know Private Parts. The only book I ever read.
Okay, that's a hell of a book too. But I don't want to Bible thump you, but it had to parallel what I believe religiously. It couldn't be a snake oil type deal. So religiously,
Did you read The Secret, Robin?
I've read The Secret.
Did
sure.
it do something for you?
Absolutely.
so what happened
Should
was
I read this?
You'd probably be cool. You'd probably dig it.
Okay.
If you don't want to read it, they get a DVD. But what it does,
DVD is good too.
yeah, it's awesome. But
I mean,
what it,
someone reads it to you.
yeah.
Oh, I like
but what it does is it kind of paralleled what I believe because I'm a Christian. You know, I believe that the brother died on the cross to pay for my sins, everlasting life, all that stuff.
You buy into all of that.
Well, I'm not going to go down that road and Bible thump you, but what it does is for me to read The Secret and buy into it. You know, God created energy and all this stuff, and that's what The Secret is about.
It
Is
got
energy.
you out of your depression.
Right, and it's all about positive thinking and the law of attraction. Just like the law of gravity really works, whether you know it or not.
Right.
The law of attraction is a real scientific law. We got negative and positive charges. We emit vibrations, and
You're saying between a man and a woman?
no, between
Everything.
anything. Similar vibrations attract. Like if you're in a great mood and you're happy, and oh my gosh, you'll attract those type of vibes. If you're depressed, manic,
You're
no
going to
good.
attract other.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And so I started reading that law of attraction. I figured it out that, for 20 years, I was doing training, prayers, and vitamins. I was unconscious, and I didn't know what I was doing, but that was all positive stuff. And the law of attraction works whether you like it or not. So I attracted career, money, and whatever I attracted. Now, all of a sudden, I became aware.
Yes.
I'm conscious, and this is a real law I can use, so I can manifest and be happy and attract the right people and the right business and stuff. So that's what got me out of my thing.
Got you out of your thing.
Yeah.
And so, what was it like after all those years of marriage? You finally get a new chick. Talk to me about
Somebody
that.
you can have regular sex with.
Let me
not a
tell
You've been
you.
locked up in a fucking prison.
Let me tell you this first. The only way I can describe it is I was breathing all this dirty air, and I thought we were supposed to hate and be miserable, and life sucks. And even though we went out with these people and we had a nice dinner, as soon as they leave, oh, I hate them, they're no good. And I was so used to this mindset of being negative, and it was all this dirty air. As soon as I went out and breathed clean air, I went, oh my God, life is beautiful. People are nice, and
So
this,
you realized when you were in
Oh,
your marriage
dude.
with your wife, you got into some negative air.
Yeah, bro.
You became negative about people.
Yeah.
Everything became a bummer. Everyone was out to
Yes.
get you. All this shit, and then all of a sudden, your eyes are opened up and you
Yes.
say, you know what? I think I feel like I'm a better person. I don't have to be so
And
angry
even
the
with
world.
all the things that are going down, people go, we're praying for you. They're supportive. They're so nice to me. Even with all these things going down, civil case, my son, the criminal case.
Why are you responsible for your? Okay, your son had.
No,
this
let me
horrible
finish one second.
accident.
All the stuff that's going down, I'm happier now than I was when I was married.
I believe it.
I swear to you.
I believe
You
it.
still got stuff going on there, just like Howard said. You know, those tapes came out of the prison conversations.
But that doesn't seem right to me. Like, isn't that private shit?
We're going to court now to decide if that's public content, because if that's the case, why haven't we heard the Charles Manson tapes? Why haven't we heard all the OJ tapes, the Paris Hilton tapes, the Ted Bundy who killed all the Coeds in Florida? Those
why
tapes
can't
were
we
never
hear
released.
OJ talking to his lawyers? from prison?
Yeah,
I would like
all
to hear
that stuff's never been released. So all of a sudden they release it, and they release it with a juvenile, a child that's talking. And Nick even signed a paper when he went in jail saying he wanted no publicity.
Right.
So the Pinellas County legal team made this decision to release the tapes. Now,
Is this the most painful thing you ever went through in your life, seeing your son be in jail?
yeah, bro, it's
This is
brutal.
the worst, right?
But he's doing better. He's doing better because he was sentenced to. First off, everybody that ever had reckless driving, serious bodily injury, or reckless driving and vehicular homicide where the person died when they're under 18, they always get probation.
Right.
But Nick got sentenced to 8 months minimum security, and the truth is, we didn't realize he was going to get put to jail, but he took it like a man. He was accountable. He was responsible. He didn't even turn around and look at me when he got sentenced, which killed me. He just took it like a man. He went in thinking he was getting minimum security. They took him to an adult prison and put him in solitary confinement.
Wow.
I mean, this isn't just maximum security where, the murderers and the rapists, hang out. This is where the murderers and the rapists fight each other and attack the guards. They put him to solitary confinement to punish him.
Could you give him any advice about prison? Could you say to him, here's how you're going to remain mentally tough?
We read, bro, and when he could get to a phone, we read. I got him dialed into the being positive and walking in the spirit of Christ, brother, and it got him through it, because most people who go into solitary confinement, the hardened criminals, after 48 or 72 hours, they file an emergency injunction to get them out because they mentally start to unravel.
Right.
Nick lasted 28 days, bro.
Wow.
And it was for the reading and just being positive and just knowing that, you have to be present and in this moment, because the past doesn't exist. It's over. In the future, you look to that for salvation. But being in the moment, this is the only moment we ever have had or ever will have, is this moment.
Right. But
And I said, you got to be grateful for where you're at.
But why are you financially responsible? If your son screws up, why do you have to be on the line financially in a civil suit? I don't understand why.
Well, it's me and my wife.
Right. Like, why?
And she doesn't think she's responsible. She wanted custody of Nick, and she wanted to take Nick in. David, you still there?
Yeah. Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
What they're saying is because he's a juvenile, they're the parents, and they're alleging under Florida law that makes the parents responsible because he's still a juvenile when this crash took place.
Oh, I see. So that means you're but you got insurance. It's a car accident. Oh, you don't have insurance.
I had minimal insurance because Linda told my bookkeeper we didn't want to pay expensive insurance, so we basically had no insurance.
Oof.
Oh, shit.
Wow. Yes, sir, brother. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, so you got a lot going on, man.
Yeah, but it's all cool, man. I'm happy.
You're not going to
Everything's-
crack.
No, I'm good now. I could have, but now I'm good.
So now you got lawyers working on it, like Dave here on the phone, and he's working things out.
Right.
But it's a lot of pressure on you mentally. I mean, come on.
It is, brother, but you know what?
You worked your whole life. You banged your body up. I mean, you've been through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You hustled. So now to have your financial empire, you got your wife involved in trying to figure out how much money she's going to get. She
wants it all.
She wants it all.
All of it.
And then you got this lawsuit through what happened with your
How
son.
much wrestling did she do?
She did none, but I mean, she was on the Hogan Knows Best for 4 years. She ran a restaurant for 6 years. She's generated income, but now she's acting like she can't work, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And, she wants to make a career out of me, whatever she can do. And she wants all the trademarks and all the, just everything. It's like she
How are
wants
you
it
going
all.
to sort this? It's going to take years to sort all this out, isn't it?
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So tell me about something good so you finally, this is what I want to know. You've been married, you were married, what, 34 years?
20-something?
23.
23 years with the same woman. I don't know. I don't know if you fucked around during the marriage or not. But
he's not answering. He's not answering.
Don't answer anything, Terry.
Don't answer anything? Are you serious?
No, wait a second.
Are you serious, David?
Yeah, no, you can answer other things.
Other things.
Don't answer that?
Of course not.
Oh, I was going to
listen,
answer it.
Some guys, well, no, seriously, some guys during their marriage do,
They fall.
she might have had a little something on the side. You might have had a little something on the side. Who knows? I don't know.
I mean, you saw Jesse Ventura at Plato's Retreat, or you just heard about it?
No, he used to wear the Plato's Retreat shirt on TV doing it and brag about him and his wife Terry going there.
Oh.
So you went there too?
No, I didn't go there. I just listened to the stories.
Oh, okay. But I'm just
that
saying,
was in New York, Plato's Retreat.
Yeah.
So then, in other words, if you were kind of, but here you are, a single guy.
Yeah.
You're famous. You know, all of a sudden you're now a free man. You can breathe the free air, as you say.
Yes.
Is the chick the one that kind of looks a little bit like your ex-wife? Looks a little bit like Brooke? She got the blonde hair.
You know what they say? They say blondes all look alike. I mean, if you look at her, she doesn't look anything like Linda.
But you might have a type.
Oh yeah, well I was attracted to her because I was stumbling around this health food store, Nature's Food Patch. I was stumbling around, and all of a sudden, I was looking for these animal crackers.
Right.
Because I love these organic animal crackers, and I couldn't find the damn things. And here's this blonde-haired girl in the aisle, and I said, "Excuse me, do you work here?" She goes, "No." I said, "Well, do you know where the animal crackers are?" And I looked at her eyes because my eyes look like they're always bleeding. I'm so tired and they're irritated, and I need some surgery on them to clean them up. There's these little things from the sunspots that I've got. And I said, "Why are your eyes so white? I've never seen anybody's eyes so white." I thought maybe she was on something. I didn't know.
Right.
She goes, "No, I just eat all organic food, and here's the animal crackers." So. And I just remember talking to this girl, and she had this aura about her, this positive vibe.
How did you get her number?
I didn't. And then about 2 weeks later, I ran into her in that same health food store again, but this time...
Did you go back looking for her?
No, I didn't. I was walking around with my tail between my legs depressed. About 2 weeks later, I went back and ran into her again. But this time, not only did I notice her eyes, I noticed her booty, too, and everything else.
Yeah.
And I started talking to her, and she was an artist, and this and that and the other, and she worked at Delta for 8 years, and she'd seen me in Cincinnati, and she'd seen me in the Tampa airport, and we started talking. So I asked her for a number.
So you ask her for the number, you call her up.
Right.
Now, where does the famous Hulk Hogan go with a chick on a date? I mean, you're going to be observed by everyone. You got to go be on.
No, I didn't go on a date, man. I just went by her house and hung out with her. And
you went to the house and hung out.
Yeah.
And I imagine big things happen.
Well, it took a while, brother. She's straight as an arrow.
What are you talking about?
Well, she doesn't drink. She doesn't drink. She doesn't do any drugs. She's straight as an arrow. I still.
How long?
I heard the F word every day of my life for 23 years. I still haven't heard a cuss word out of her yet.
How long does it take you to get a good girl like that? How long did it take you to get her in pants?
Dude, I ain't going there.
What are you talking about?
I ain't going there. You figure it out. You know the answers to everything.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. Quicker. Son of a bitch. No kidding. You still have it. She wanted it. So you spent a lot of time making out, this kind of thing, a little bit of romance.
That must have been fun.
Let's say in a week.
It's different.
All of a sudden now, you're inside a new woman. Is it the greatest?
Stop.
Come on, let's be honest.
Stop.
Was it the greatest? Was it unbelievable?
She's awesome. She's awesome. That's all I can say.
And
She's
you're
awesome.
going to stay with her. You're going to get into another long-term relationship?
But everything in this world is a run. Some people have little, like in the wrestling business, how long was your run in New York? Well, I was in New York a couple months. Well, Hogan, how long was your run in New York?
So you don't
20
know.
Years. I take it one day at a time. She's awesome.
Did you tell her you just got out of a long marriage and you're going to be fucking other women? Did you tell her that?
No, I didn't
You did
tell her
not
that.
discuss that with her?
No, I'm not that type of guy. If I'm locked in with somebody, I'm all the way in or all the way out.
You are?
Yes, I am. All the way
I
in or all the
respect
way
that.
All the way in or
I
all the way out.
respect that.
You know what I
And
have
she's
to ask?
awesome.
You need a period of time, though, where you're going to go out, whether it be 6, 7 months, maybe a year.
How long after you and
Are these
Linda
Howard
split?
Stern's-
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
How
Are
long
these
after
Howard
you
Stern's
and Linda
rules?
split did you get into this relationship?
A couple of months, he said.
Well, no, that's after she filed for divorce. Linda split a long time before that.
Oh.
Linda left me in Miami and took off
Oh, I didn't know.
and split and went and rented a house in Brentwood, and I wasn't welcome to that rental house.
Oh.
I bet you don't even remember now what it was like to make love to Linda.
I don't even remember the last time I was with her.
Wow.
It's been that long.
Jesus.
So now what are we going to do about Bubba?
Bubba?
What do you mean?
Bubba's rolling.
Bubba's weight.
Oh. Hey, yeah. Where is your role in all of this?
Well, he's got his own gym now.
You got his own
in
gym.
Tampa.
He's twice the size of when I last saw him. The guy is 500 pounds probably now.
No, he's not 500
What is
pounds.
he, 400?
I don't know. No, he's not. But he started working out again. He's getting back on track.
Is he?
Yeah, he is, and he's rolling.
You got to motivate this guy.
Yeah, well, when he was working out with me every day,
he was good.
Now I can't even work out my own gym at my house. What kills me, you talk about my wife and this 19-year-old guy. First off, Linda in that Tampa area, nobody likes her because she's been mean to everybody.
Does that bother you? Because it's a reflection of you, too.
Yeah, well, not anymore. Everybody knows when I grew up. Everybody knows me, and they know she's got her own deal. And this 19-year-old guy being with her doesn't bother me. What bothers me is him being in my house, sleeping in my bed, working out in my gym, driving my cars, bro. That's the thing that bothers me.
Jesus, of course.
This
is everything you worked for, and that's some house. It's not
and
some
the thing
little
is,
dump.
Bubba's strong in that area,
Yeah.
And he's unloading on Linda, and now Charlie Hill's getting the effects of, being on the wrong side.
Right.
So it's getting crazy.
Jesus.
Well,
Things are a
I
mess.
read a quote from you the other day that you said that Linda, of all the, you had a lot of dirty tricks played on you in wrestling, but she's been the dirtiest trickster of all.
Well, she took it to really crazy levels because, there was a situation down in Miami where after Linda left, well, it wasn't even after Linda left. It was before Linda left. But what happened was Brooke was working for this record company in South Beach, and she had a handler, a girl named Christiane.
Right.
David, can I talk about this?
Yes, go ahead, Terry.
Okay. She had this handler named Christiane. She's 34 years old, and she was like Brooke's manager, agent for the record label. And Christiane wouldn't call Linda, but Christiane would call me, and she goes, "What is wrong with Brooke today? Why is she crying again? What is wrong with Brooke today?" She said her mother kicked her and cussed her out. What is wrong with Brooke today? I didn't think it could get any worse. And it was every day she'd call him because Linda used to browbeat Brooke every single day.
Wow.
I don't know. It just went on and on and on. So anyway, at the end of the day.
So in front of the cameras, everything was an act because she seemed like she was real good mom.
Yeah, we got some serious B-roll from Hogan Knows Best. Wait till you see some of this stuff.
That might end up in court.
Ooh, yeah.
It could end up in court.
Yeah, but anyway, to make a long story short, finally, Christiane called one time, and I was the one that had nosedived and crashed because it was one of those things where, F you, I hate you, I don't love you anymore, get a divorce, I'm sick of this crap. And like Linda left the day before Thanksgiving, I cooked my first turkey in 23 years, and the kids going, "Is Mom going to be here for Thanksgiving?" And all of a sudden she came home 4 or 5 days later, which is totally insane. So anyway, when Christiane called, I was crying like a baby, all upset, freaked out. She goes, "Oh my God, what's wrong with you?" So we started talking. So eventually we hooked up a couple times,
Right.
and it didn't work out. It wasn't the right thing to do. But anyway, a year later, something happens. Brooke's in Miami. The word goes around. Brooke finds out about it.
Oh, yeah.
It flipped Brooke out.
That you banged her assistant, her co-worker there.
Right. So Brooke flipped out. Understandably, I was wrong. There's no way you can justify it. Shouldn't have done it.
Right.
But anyway, at the end of the day, Linda and her Miami attorney, Branco, jumped on it. Brooke was at her house filming Brooke Knows Best, putting her makeup on. They came and signed these papers. So what happened was Brooke signed this paper. I seen my dad, heard my dad fighting with my mom, the gun, he threatened her life, and Brooke signed all this stuff. So check this out. Now they split. Later in the day, they reworked the draft to get the verbiage the way they wanted. They tried to get Brooke to sign it again. So the second draft comes and Brooke crosses it out, says none of this is true. These are all lies. Don't use this. So Brooke, when Brooke moves into me, she's got this huge guilt trip. She explains to me, I said, "Brooke, don't even worry about it.
Good.
Children get manipulated all the time in divorces. Just don't even worry about it. When the time's right, we'll address it. Tell your side of the story, how you're under duress, they manipulate."